It's a series win.
Already. We're spoiled already.
Yeah, series win. Good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. You can hear my voice is a little bit scratchy from yesterday's double guttural yell. But that was to clinch a playoff spot. And last night we had another victory for your San Diego Padres, one of the most enjoyable games I think I've seen all season long. Just came together in all facets of the game. It was beautiful. It was just like we drew it up, and we love when a plan comes together. Thank you guys so much for being here. We are Ben and Woods. It is 97.3 The Fan, and it is a Wednesday today, right in the middle of the week. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Rindle, the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. A little bit worse for wear and tired, but I'm going to make it through. No problem. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor and news anchor and pest. Just a pest with that request yesterday.
Sorry.
You ruined my life.
I apologize. We are at that point in the year. You know it, Padres fans. Tier ones, you are the diehards. You get excited about Padres season January. Like, oh, spring training's in 3 weeks. You're into it day one all the way through.
Yeah.
But there is a segment of the San Diego population that doesn't really get excited until now. And when that happens, all of a sudden the news engine starts turning. Oh, we need to be covering this a little bit more. What guests can we get on? What stories we can do? Last night on Channel 10, we had stories about Padres merch. We had stories about baseball cards. It's like, oh, okay, now everyone's
baseball time.
It's baseball time. It's just like someone flipped a switch. And for the non-baseball people, it's now baseball time in San Diego. So I was asked.
It's annoying, isn't it? Kind of a little bit. Like, because here's what bothers me, and I don't mean to cut you off, but here's what bothers me. We, right, people on this radio station, frankly, people on some other radio stations too, you spend your entire year diving deep, grinding through it. And then all of a sudden, local news is like, hey, look what, it's fun. And then like other radio shows that never talk about it are like, hey, what's up? We're down here at Petco Park. I'm like, is this your first banana pudding of the year? Good for you, pal. I've been sucking down banana puddings at Petco since opening day. I hate it. It's where you been through the grind. Now you just come for the glory?
I didn't know that was possible.
It's infuriating to me. It's infuriating.
Can you imagine if we just did from March until mid-September, just, hey, Soccer Mom Radio, just having fun, just bits.
Yeah, just
goofing
bits.
around, just a morning show. And then
we're like, all of a sudden.
And then we just crank it up, and we're just 4 hours of Padres
Yo, it's Ben and Woods. We're down here in Petco Park. This place is lit, man. Oh, my God. This is crazy. Ben, have you tried this banana pudding? Get out of here. I get every year. It's like the worst part of the Padres making the playoffs is I got to watch every other dill hole in town down at Petco. They get better seats than I do. They're down there. They're like, this is unreal. Thanks, Eric Rubner. I'm like, what the hell is going on right now? Oh, Eric Case says, I'm acting like the local surfer who doesn't want kooks surfing his local waves. Yeah. Yes. If you weren't with us at our Yuli Gurriel, you do not deserve us here in September, October. You just
Ryan
don't.
O'Hearn.
Man, it makes me all using the Padres for content and giveaways, and it just infuriates me every year. You guys know, I send them to you. I'm like, look at this idiot. He hasn't mentioned the Padres all year long. God.
And this is, of course, the dangerous time, because this is when That's What's In happens as well. Once that switch
That's What's In.
Yes, dude. These are the people who come out of the woodwork.
The lunatics.
You have to be careful this time of year. But
because local TV loves those bits.
So to make sure that we didn't get those guys on, when they said, is there a guest you can arrange to talk a little Padres baseball on the 6 o'clock news last night? You were in the A block, by the way.
Oh, wow.
That's the first segment of the news. That's prime real estate.
Not bad.
For local television. I said, yeah, I'll see if Woods can join us, and we can do a little Ben and Woods on television last night.
Yeah,
I arranged it so you could do it from home on Zoom. You didn't have to come all the way into the studio. I thought that was nice of me.
Very.
Should not force you to drive all the way downtown.
I wouldn't have. You knew it was your only chance of getting me on. There's no way I'm driving all the way down.
And I thought you did great. You looked great. You sounded great. The internet was mostly good all the way through the interview. Only broke up once or twice very, very quickly. But I will say that my colleagues at Channel 10 in the back, the technical crew that puts on the show, I can't see now. I'm sitting out there on the set, so I can't see Woods until he actually pops on and I'm interviewing him. But I assume Claire or one of our engineers in the back is arranging the Zoom beforehand. And I get in my ear this, oh my God, this guy he is losing his mind here on this Zoom back here. What's going on with him? I said, he's fine. Don't worry about him. He'll be fine. Once he's on the air, he'll be fine. I think he's yelling at his kids to be quiet right now. What's going on?
This is the worst experience of my life. All
right, I need all of
I've lost grandparents, and it wasn't as bad as that experience.
I need all of it. Okay, so you have your little office.
Yes.
With a glass door that closes so you can see into the living room, kitchen area.
Yep.
Okay.
Boom. Right. Shut the thing.
Okay.
So here's the plan. It's 6:00 news hit. I need to be on, but I'm always early. So I want to make sure I'm logged on. Everything works. 5:00 on the dot. All right, family, gather together. Family meeting. I've got I'm going to be on the news. It's going to be live. Bo said, how long? I said, 5 minutes max. It's very, very short. But in that period, I need you to be quiet, and I need your brother to be quiet. And Hannah, if you could do your part and keep them quiet, that'd be great. It's just a 5-minute hit, and I'm back. We're in action. Everything's good. So at 5:10, I go to the shower because I went to the gym, showered up. Ben told me, make yourself look presentable. So I couldn't wear a T-shirt and a hat. So I put on a button down and a suit jacket. I was in my boxers, and my man panties underneath. I didn't have to put pants on. So I again, everyone, just to reiterate, keep your pie hole shut. Don't make any big moves. No noise. Just be quiet. Be quiet. Okay. Go to pull up my computer. There's the Zoom link. Log in. Doesn't work. I'm like, oh, great. Log in again. You need to download something. I'm on a different. I don't have a. It's like, what did I get, Paulie? I got a Windows. I'm not familiar with Windows. I've had it for like a year. Oh, it's all jacked up. I can't send emails on it. Swear to God, I can't send an email from my work computer. I don't know how to do it. So there was something I needed to download. It didn't work. Like, oh my God. So I run to get my iPad and I go, I don't have a speaker or like a microphone that plugs in. So they're not going to hear me, I don't think. Oh no. So finally at like 6, I get my phone. I just do it on my phone and it works. It doesn't look the best, but it's on my phone. And I got one of those little phone holders. It's got the tripods. Clips, yeah. Well, I put it on there. It falls over. I pick it up and I hit the emergency call. So it starts calling the emergency number. And it's like, please release if you want to make an emergency call. Oh it's and I'm like, by the way, mind you, I've told you guys.
Holy crap.
My wife keeps our house. It feels like Key West in my home. If you've ever been to Key West or Houston or New Orleans in July, that's what my home feels like when you walk into it. I'm in a button down and a T-shirt underneath and a suit jacket. I'm sweating like I'm dying. I'm pouring sweat. I have a paper towel next to me that I'm blotting my face with. They can see all this, I'm sure.
You're in a John Grisham legal thriller at this point.
Pretty much, yeah. And I'm patting my head. So we're about to go. I hear her. Now, here's the thing. She's in my ear, like, and Ben is like, and this morning, and Otay Ranch. And I'm like, I can't hear. So I'm like, I can't hear you. All I hear is Ben. She's like, okay, no, we're ready to go. So I got the phone set up, got it all fixed up on the tripod. I'm ready. And I'm doing like I'm kind of like sitting, but my chair keeps falling, the compression, So I keep lifting it up, and then I'm like holding myself up by my knee, cross my legs to hold myself up by my knee. All of a sudden, we are 10 seconds from going live. We're a minute from going live. My front door rings. It's the kid across the street, Luca. He wants Bo. I'm like, go. Bo runs out. Dad, Lucas here. I'm like, shut up. Then they run out. Then they run back in, open the door, Mom, and slam the door. Then they run out again, and I am up to the screen door, and I literally whispered, "Shut the F up. Shut up." I was so mad. And then I'm like, "Where's Hannah? She's nowhere to be found. No one is watching these absolute turds." So we are 10 seconds. I get back in my chair, Paulie. I give it one more wipe of my face, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And then Ben comes on, and here's the thing. I have so much respect that you're able to do that on a daily basis, because I'm not sitting there under lights or anything like that. I'm pouring sweat, and I mean pouring. And I'm like, I know people can see me sweating right now. I know they can. So I start to panic about that. And then it's the thing that it's not meant to be a shot. I couldn't do that. I can't do it. It's just very basic. What do you think about the pitching rotation? Right. It's just not who I am. It's not who I am. Sure. It's not who we are. It's weird working with him when I can't be like, what are you doing? What do you got over there? You know what I mean? Right. When I have to be like, yes, I agree that the Padres do have what it takes to make the playoffs. It's weird. It's just a little weird. It was a weird thing.
I do appreciate your professionalism and not embarrassing me.
I was thinking about
on television. My colleagues are used to, we do those interviews, but they're usually with professionals, USD economist Alan Ginn, or aviation expert, or retired fire captain, and they're commenting on the news of the day. Stephen Woods, radio host, was a little bit of a new experience for them.
I hated it so much, man. And so I get done, and Hannah's like, how'd it go? I'm like, number one, where were you? Number two, Jesus, I asked for 5 minutes. 5. You guys couldn't give me 5 minutes. And they didn't. And so I walk back to my bedroom, and I take the suit jacket off, Paulie, and I looked at my button down, soaked. I soaked through it. Peeled that off, put it right in the dirty clothes. I wore it for 5 minutes. Then I took the V-neck that I had on under, soaked to the bone. I just had run around the block. And I'm like, I can never do this again. I can never, ever, ever do this again. I mean, it was 87 degrees in my house as I was trying to do this. No fan, can't have a fan on in there when you're on the news. But I just went, man, he owes me. He owes me
yes,
for this.
Thank you for that.
I did. People said, hey, great job, Woodsy. I'm like, man, I felt fat. And I felt sweaty. I felt like I looked like Chris Farley, like it was worse.
You look very comfortable. You'd done it many times before. Hannah says the clear glass office doors were a bad choice. You were in an aquarium, a terrarium.
Yeah, I was in a terrarium. Yeah, like a lizard, like a fat, sweaty lizard is what I was last night, dude. It really was. Yeah, Megan says it's tough to follow a murder and plane crash. It really was. It really was. Ben was talking about the single-engine Cessna that went down yesterday. The guy's okay, right?
Yeah. Crashed in Fallbrook, upside down, walked right away. Only minor injuries. Pretty miraculous, actually.
But and the funny thing is, too, is if I had driven down to, Paulie's over there editing this right now. I know he is. He hasn't said a word.
I don't have it yet.
Okay.
It's recorded on my DVR. We have Cox. I can't.
You'd be surprised.
I was trying to show it here.
The story behind the scene is all of it. If you watched it looks fairly normal. It's just a normal television.
What I need is I wish the Ben's people had recorded all of the
behind the scenes stuff.
Stillman says, "Why not turn on the AC beforehand, bro? Do you not listen to the show? I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to turn it down. My wife needs it at 87 degrees. She walks around in a full sweatsuit and a full robe, like a burlap robe, tied like a thick burlap robe. I reached over this morning. I was like, oh, God, never mind. Just forget it. Forget it all. It is 800 degrees in there. And I mean, bro, I had a paper towel bin that I folded. And ask them if you have the video of me
I don't know if they
the whole time. I was like, it was soaking wet. Dude, I hated it. God, I hated it so much. I hated it so much, man. It's hard to sleep. It's so hot. It's not 76. It's not 76. It's 96 in there every day of my life. It is. I live on the streets of New Orleans in my home. That's how it feels every time I'm in there. But anyway, so we did it. It's over with. But this is that time of year where, I don't even want to look at my phone because I'll be getting messages like, hey, you think you could pop on KUSI or pop on so-and-so with us? And, I know Jake's going to ask me. He did last year. I did a little hit with them. I'm not doing it this year. I can't do it. I don't like it. It's not fun for me.
I won't ask you again.
I don't need the attention. I don't want the attention.
Paulie, you're next.
Okay. I just can't do it, dude. I just get so nervous. I get so nervous and anxious when I have to go on camera. It was a stretch to get the YouTube up. It was a fight that Paulie had to really, really sell me on. And he did. So here we are. And this one doesn't bother me so much, but that is just different. I credit to you. Kudos to you. I don't know how you do it and sit up there and do you not just drip sweat?
Well, I will say that we have the air conditioning pumping pretty solidly in the studio. Otherwise, we would all melt in there.
The lights are so hot, right?
I also have some makeup on, which dampens the sweaty look, even when I do get kind of hot, which helps. But yeah, I mean, it can get hot at times.
That's tough, man. It's tough. It was tough, but we did it. We got through it. We got a lot of good stuff coming up this week, actually. Like, feels good to have clinched, right? You clinch, and last night you just kind of kick your feet up and you're like, let's see what these guys can do. And son of a bitch, if they didn't go out and just lay the wood to one of the best teams in baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers last night, like it was no big deal.
It's we'll talk about the game coming up, but it was truly, I think you said it was one of the most enjoyable games of the season.
Yeah, I loved it. Loved every second.
It was so weird because there wasn't really a stressful moment.
Not one
in the game at all. It's so unlike watching a Padres game.
Yeah.
Get out to a big lead. The other team never really threatens to come back at all. You add on a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the other team just rolls over quickly, like 5-pitch inning. Great. All right, let's keep moving. It was fast. The game was over by like 8:50 or something. It was 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's like, I don't remember a game like this all season that I just felt like, okay, I'm just comfortable all the way through this baseball game.
Yeah, I mean, Jose says, I was expecting a loss, a shutout loss. I think we all were. When you saw that lineup get rolled out, you're like, oh my God, no Manny, no Jackson, no Tatis. And, I'm glad those guys, I mean, it's exactly what we said on the show needed to happen. I don't know that any of us believed that it would. But it did. Randy Vasquez was unbelievable last night. Of course, we'll talk about that today. We have a pretty cool thing we're doing later that you guys won't hear for a couple of days. But I wanted to get your thoughts. So on Friday, the other shows on the station, so the Braden Sprended show, were we not allowed to say?
No.
Oh, you looked at me funny. Gwen and Chris, they're going to be out at Baja
Ricks, I believe, yeah.
Okay, on Friday for the last regular season home game. We are not, because it's 6 a.m. and there's no reason to. Nobody's going to be down at the ballpark that early. But the company that's sponsoring it is this tequila brand.
Santo Tequila.
Santo Tequila.
Yeah.
The rep for Santo Tequila is one Samuel R. Hagar. So Adam sends out a text. The
Samuel
Hagar. And Adam sends out a text. He's like, look, I don't know how much Braden knows about Sammy Hagar. I don't know how much Gwen and Chris know about Sammy Hagar. I bet you do. Would you like to interview Sammy Hagar? I go, yeah, dude, yes. More than anything. So
pair of tickets to see Sam.
I forgot that.
Sammy Hagar with White Sake.
With White Sake.
Sammy Hagar with White Sake.
With who?
White Snake.
Oh, my God. First of all.
One of the OG.
That's
clubs.
So OG.
That is so old.
Sammy Hagar.
Pair of tickets to see Sammy Hagar with White Sake.
With who?
White Snake.
Oh, my God. I forgot about that. It's
I was like, wait, I have a flub of Ben something Sammy Hagar.
Pair of tickets to see Sammy Hagar with White Sake.
With White Sake. White Sake.
Who is White Sake?
Every time. So we get to interview Sammy Hagar later today.
Which is insane.
I'll be back in that same office, sweating again, interviewing Sammy Hagar. And we'll play it probably Friday.
Yeah. Seems like a good fun Friday.
Deal.
No game Thursday night.
So it's going to be pre-recorded. We're just going to tell you guys we're not going to be live. But we're going to pre-record that with Sammy Hagar. What are your thoughts? Not much.
I'm curious about how they craft the tequila.
Are you?
Yeah, the agave that is grown.
No, please don't ask that.
He's like, I don't know.
Don't get in the weeds on how they make the tequila.
I don't think he's making it.
Oh, he's not the Tequila
the distiller.
The distiller.
I don't think so.
No. It's the wrong batch.
He could, but I don't think he is.
Kind of like how we had our own beer and we actually like got to put our hands and like drop some hops in, and we made that beer. But I'm excited to talk to Sammy, the Red Rocker. Sammy Hagar rules. And so we get to talk to him today.
I'm excited because you told me that Sammy is he's a G, as you would say.
He is a G. He's like the coolest guy.
He's like 70, but still
78
next month?
now? Wow.
Yeah, next month. We talk to Sammy Hagar today. So we got to run home after this, get home, and do a little Zoom interview with Sammy Hagar. So I'm very, very excited about that. Yeah, he still sounds good, moving around. I mean, you think about it, you're like, man, I'm creaky at 50. This guy's got 27 years on me, and he's still up there jamming. But he played that Aussie tribute in Birmingham. He was at that. So he was a part of that. I want to ask him about that, and he just shreds still. Played with the biggest band in the world at the time. And I'm very excited to talk to Sammy. So that'll be fun.
I'm a little nervous about it.
Don't be.
I feel like I'll be in good hands with Woods.
You're in great hands. I got
taking care of the Sammy Hagar musical questions.
If he answers a question, don't steamroll it.
All right.
I'm
going to take a.
You're a very good active listener on the news.
Background seat.
You were very good, like incredibly good. You let me finish. You paused and then you asked your question. It was brilliant.
You were also I
was very nervous.
Concise.
You
gave really good answers. You didn't, just run on and diarrhea of the mouth at all. You were good. I told you. We have
45 seconds.
2.5 minutes. Give me about 45 seconds per answer. We'll be good to go.
Yeah.
And you were perfect.
Thank you very much.
Like ideal. Perfect guest who never wants to do it again.
Sweaty Chris Farley up there.
All right, let's check traffic. I believe we got Sue Agler again this morning, and then we'll quickly set the menu for a Wednesday edition of Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This traffic report is driven by Sedano Ford and Sedano Lincoln in beautiful downtown La Mesa. Getting busy on the northbound side of the 805 as you approach the 15, and leftover construction on the 52 eastbound slows you down right at the 805. You got 2 lanes closed. This September to remember at Sedano Ford in La Mesa is going on now. Feel like family with Manny Sedano, who is a Marine vet and a car matchmaker extraordinaire. You get a Ford Match E Select for $285 a month and $1 down. For more details about these offers, visit SedanoFord.com. I'm Sue Agler with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we got 4 in a row on our Padres wrap-up coming up next. Grand Slam.
Crazy.
Luis Arraez home run. We'll get all the play-by-play from Jesse and Tony. Coming up in just a second, we'll discuss the return of Xander Bogaerts to the lineup yesterday. Didn't get a hit, but looked pretty good overall in his first game since coming off the injured list earlier in the day. Also had some big news in Major League Baseball yesterday. It is official. We will have the ABS challenge system next year. Robot umpires.
Wow.
They're coming in 2026. We'll discuss the implementation and what was revealed yesterday by Major League Baseball. Have our regular features. Don't do this. Take on Woods. Another chance to qualify to see the Eagles at the Sphere in Las Vegas coming up at 8:20 this morning. And because he was not with us yesterday on Rosh Hashanah, Jesse Agler will join us this morning for a Wednesday Incorporator, our final regular season chat with Jesse Agler, the voice of the Padres, coming up at 8:35 this morning. Rindle Report in our final hour, and then we will turn things over at 10 o'clock and head off to interview Sammy Hagar.
Can't wait.
After the program today. That's what we've got coming up. When we come back, we will talk Padres and last night's 7-0 win over the Milwaukee Brewers. That's next here on 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Sammy might enjoy 7 Mile Casino if he was ever in San Diego.
I don't think
you can rock it.
Think there's any question.
7 Mile Casino. It's a great card room. If you haven't been there yet, take our recommendation. Make the short drive down the 5 freeway to Chula Vista. When you walk in, you're going to be blown away. It's upscale. It's nice. It's comfortable. It's cool. It's right there on the bay. So you've got, you're not going to be sweating.
You're not going to be roasting.
No, not going to be roasting at 7 Mile Casino.
California-style
exactly.
blackjack.
You're going to be comfortable.
Yes.
In an upscale environment. I love it there.
I do too. Just 7 minutes from downtown. Listen, great great places. I always say to go pregame, postgame, after Padres game. Our boy BKG was down there last night, tweeted a picture down there playing some, looked like California-style blackjack, had a nice stack of chips, and he wrote, I have been influenced. Good. I hope you had a great time. The food is spectacular. The people are smoke-free environment there as well.
Food is also at Sammy's.
Yep.
Different Sammy, but
Sammy.
Sammy might enjoy Sammy's. Get one of those wood-fired pizzas, the pastas, the chopped salads, or you can order off the 24/7 players menu any time of the day or night. Try the Kung Pao chicken. It is absolutely amazing. So many reasons to go, but hey, the proximity, you're never going to beat that. Just hop on the 5. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Yeah, you couldn't have designed an evening to go much better for the San Diego Padres than last night. Not only their own game, in which I believe when we talked yesterday morning, we said, hey, Randy Vasquez, let's see 100 pitches. Let's see how deep you get. Maybe 7 innings would be great. And then let's not use anybody out of the bullpen other than, say, I don't know, Yuki and Wandy. That would be a perfect game, which is what happened. But you also got the perfect results from the other games that you were keeping an eye on. The New York Mets and the Chicago Cubs looked like Mets season was toast as they fell behind 6-1. Mets fans I saw on social media were basically, all right, it's done. Let's pack it up. We're done for the year. Where this collapse is now complete. And they rallied to win 9-7 to not only keep their season alive, but take the wild card lead again from the Cincinnati Reds, who lost, and a game ahead of the Arizona Diamondbacks. But it also helps the Padres because the Padres move within a game and a half of the Chicago Cubs for the 4th seed and potentially hosting a playoff series in the wild card round next week rather than going to Wrigley Field. It's now a really legitimate possibility.
And we have the tiebreaker.
Padres have the tiebreaker over the Cubs. So with 4 games remaining for the Padres and 5 for the Cubs, you need to just make up the 1.5. And, that can happen in a day and a half, essentially. By the time we're here Friday morning, the 2 teams could be tied, theoretically. So that one's definitely possible. You also, if you did not stay up late, had the Arizona Diamondbacks rallying against the faltering Dodgers bullpen again with 2 runs in the 9th inning, including Geraldo Perdomo's walk-off single against Tanner Scott to beat the LA Dodgers and give the Padres another game in the NL West. Also a game and a half back, but that one a little different because the Dodgers own the tiebreaker, so you'd actually have to make up 2.5 games over the next 4 games, which is still a bit of a stretch. I have noticed, though, in the chat, and we were talking about it during the break, and I think we'll get into it in a more serious discussion in our 7 o'clock hour. Do you really want to win the division and head to the other side of the bracket that right now would include the Mets and the Phillies, and then potentially the Dodgers in the NLCS? Or would you rather stay on the 4 or 5 side of the bracket where it would be the Cubs and then the Brewers in the first couple of rounds of the playoffs?
On the record?
On the record.
Yeah. To be the best, you got to beat the best. F yeah. Bring all comers. Off the record, just keep us right where we are. Maybe the 4 seed is about as high as I want to go. Off the record.
You can't, obviously, players, Mike Schill, AJ Preller can't say anything because, give us the Cubs and the Brewers. That's bulletin board material.
Now, passing the Cubs doesn't change
anything.
It
just
just means you're host.
You're home.
Then you still have the
absolutely
Brewers.
Want to pass the Cubs to get the home games in the wild card round. That's a no-brainer. There's no passing the Dodgers, though, changes your entire playoff trajectory.
It really does.
And not necessarily in a good way. You would be at home for those that would be good in the wild card round. You'd be facing the 6 seed instead of the 5 seed or the 4 seed. But again, Phillies waiting, and then whoever survives to the NLCS waiting. It looks like the more daunting path to the World Series. And that's my opinion as a baseball fan, Padres fan.
Look, wherever it lands, it lands. I'm going to be fired up either way. But I would, passing the Cubs would be great. You get to play at Petco Park. You got home field advantage there. And it really would show the fans like, hey man, you actually didn't quit. You went out and did that. And Larry says he wants the division. Winning a division would be good. Like you're the division winner, but guarantees you nothing, right? Not that any of this does. I just feel like maybe the better path is this way. It could be wrong. We could get bodied in the first round, whether we're at home or on the road. That's the playoffs. That's the nature of the beast. But this bracket, you've played well against the Brewers. You played really well. You played well against Cubs. These are teams you're familiar with. You haven't played well against the Dodgers. You haven't played well against the Phillies. Who else is over there? The Mets?
Well,
potentially.
The Mets, who you didn't play well against just recently.
Yeah. So, again, the Dodgers, watching their bullpen falter right now, look, even if you're a Dodger fan, I think they're getting Roki Sasaki back today. They're going to put him in the pen. Clayton Kershaw is offered to pitch out of the bullpen. Please, in October. And, they have some reinforcements. They have 6 starters. They're just going to push 3 guys into the bullpen. I think their bullpen may stabilize a little bit, Benny. I don't think you're going to see Tanner Scott in a save situation. I don't think you're going to see Blake Trinan in a save situation. Those guys are mop-up guys at this point.
Which is crazy.
What did happen yesterday, though, with the Reds' loss, the Padres have clinched no worse than the 5th seed.
Correct.
So whether or not they pass the Cubs or the Dodgers, they will be on the opposite side of the bracket as the Dodgers.
Yes.
There will be no rematch against the Dodgers unless it comes in the National League Championship Series. Both teams would have to win 2 playoff series before you would face them in a 7-gamer. So a very different situation than the previous 3 trips to the playoffs for the Padres when they faced the Dodgers in the wild card round, the division round, and the division round. That's not even a possibility anymore. Padres and Dodgers are guaranteed to be on opposite sides of the National League bracket.
And there are no easy roads. Don't get me wrong. There's no easy road,
of course not,
to victory. There's no easy road to a pennant. You're going to have to go through some gauntlets, man. Absolute gauntlets. The Cubs being the first one, probably. The Brewers being the next one.
If we had to face the Rockies 3 straight series, that would be a gauntlet for the San Diego Padres in the playoffs. There are no easy paths, but that's where we stand with 4 games remaining for the Padres in the regular season.
And you asked me about this last night. TN in the chat says Padres need to prioritize the starting pitchers for the wild card series. In my opinion,
you can't do both, really, can you? You can't chase the division and or the Cubs and get your rotation in order.
You can do what you did last night and rest guys and win at the same time.
Sure.
The question is,
dream
do
scenario.
you pitch Nick Pivetta this weekend to try to win the division, but that would preclude him from pitching in the wild card series? And the answer is 100% no.
Do not do that. Do not do that.
Under any circumstances.
Any circumstance.
You have to throw Waldron and hope you win.
You don't pitch Nick Pivetta on Sunday to try to win the division, knowing that means he can't pitch at all in the wild card series. That would be,
and you're saying even if it's win on Sunday and you
win
are
the division
champs,
Can't
We're
do
all
it.
on the
You
same
can't
page.
do it.
No.
Even if you have a 1-game lead over the Dodgers and all you need is a win, you still are playing in a wild card round.
Correct.
You cannot pitch Nick Pivetta in that game.
Correct.
He will not pitch again in the regular season.
It would be malpractice.
It would be the most insane decision a baseball team has made in the postseason
100%.
really ever.
No doubt.
So you can't really chase anything at this point. You will be bringing up JP Sears or Nestor Cortez.
You're
or
chasing in the sense that you're going to be playing these 4 games.
You're playing the
and
game.
You know, try to
guys
win
are
them.
going to play
Yes.
hard,
Yeah.
but
Jose
can't.
Iglesias, 4-homer game would be great. And, but that's how you're chasing it. You're not chasing it by using your best pitchers this weekend. You just can't.
So I don't want to see Manny on the field more than
Twice in the last 4 games. I know. I'm with you 100%. Get him ready. Michael King will throw. Did I hear he is going to throw?
He'll start Friday,
but
that'll be on regular rest, and then he'll be
rest.
on regular rest for Wednesday's game 2 if that's what they decide to do.
Okay. Yeah, I would imagine a fairly abbreviated
60 pitches.
Yeah, something like that.
I would
right?
think so.
Yeah, just again prioritizing the starting pitching. Yes, but also you need to prioritize that bullpen because I think that's the way, as I've mentioned last night on Channel 10, that's the way you're going to win a World Series is with your bullpen being rested and being able to deploy them all the time.
Honestly, I think you try really hard to avoid using them again today.
Correct.
And then you got the off day tomorrow, which means then everybody basically gets 3 days off in a row, which they all need. But we'll go through it and how well things worked out for the San Diego Padres last night. All the highlights, our Padres wrap-up coming up right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This traffic report is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. So that crash on the eastbound side of the 8 at Sunset Cliffs Boulevard, and the 52 eastbound has 2 lanes down for some overnight work at the 805, should be cleared any moment. Northbound 805 slows down approaching the 94.
There are children, friends, and families walking, riding, on paths and roads every day. Remember, they're real people with loved ones who need them to get home safely. Protect our cyclists and pedestrians, because they're people too. Go safely, California. From the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like better than losing.
Miss any of the Padres win yesterday? Ben and Woods didn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got you covered with all of the highlights.
Oh, yes.
It's the
Padres wrap-up.
brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort, the Players' Place.
I want to go fast, but I want to go slow, and I want to go deep. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit in the air, deep to right field. Ryan O'Hearn has gotten it done. A grand slam in the bottom of the first inning. And the Padres jump all over Zimmerman and the Brewers. It is 4-0, just 1 out into their night.
Hung the split and paid dearly for it.
And the 2-2 curve is hung, but hit on the ground is short. Backhanded by Xander, falls down, gets up, and throws to first in time, 2 away. First real test of the night over there for Bogarts, and a really good play for out number 2. So a speedy guy at first base, 1 out for a rise, already with a hit, and he sends one in the air, deep down the right field line, headed towards the pole, and off the pole, a home run! Luis Arise knocks one off the pole in right field. A 2-run shot, and the Padres have a 6-0 lead here in the second. First pitch to Durbin, popped up. Foul ground, third baseline. Iglesias in about halfway home. He makes the catch, and another 1-2-3 inning for Randy Vasquez, who is now retired 14 consecutive Brewers. 3-1, and Iglesias hits another one in the air, deep to left center field. Churio is back. He looks up. It's going to go! Jose Iglesias leaves the yard for his second consecutive night. And the Padres add on their third homer of the game. It's 7-0 here in the 8th. 1-1 to Durbin. The pitch is a little number back towards the mound. Yuki's got it. Faces towards first, throws him out, and the ball game is over as the Padres shut out the Brewers 7-0 behind 7 brilliant innings from Randy Vasquez. They pick up a game on the Cubs, and they will take the field here tomorrow afternoon with their brooms out, trying to sweep the Brewers at Petco Park.
That was really good. Really good. A lot of life to the ball. Command was outstanding. Throwing it where he wanted to. Life. Sweeper, cutter, good. Change up. I mean, he just pitched really, really well and controlled the whole way.
Randy Vasquez, 7 innings of one-hit baseball.
Dog. 97 in the bag, by the way.
That is interesting.
97 in the bag.
He was more of a 94, 95 guy early in the season. And then they gave him that little break, came back, and he's added a tick or two to the fastball.
AJ Castavell tweeted last night the hardest pitches he's thrown have come in his last couple of starts. I mean, he is like, and again, what it does is it makes conversations more difficult down at Petco Park. Like, what do we do? What do we do with this guy right now that is, again, pounding the zone? He's getting weak contact, and he's, most importantly, not giving up runs. Like,
Randy Vasquez has been your second best pitcher this year.
There's no
over
question.
the course of the season.
There's no question.
And I can't think of any argument for anybody else.
It's one of those deals where,
but I don't expect him to get a start in the 3-game playoff series.
I don't either.
And I don't know why that is.
Is that insane? And are we sitting in here end of next week going, what the hell? Why didn't you just use Randy Vasquez?
Wouldn't that be, that's just reputation over
correct
over the season that he's
it's
given?
It's not just reputation. The peripheral numbers are not as good for Randy Vasquez. You can't ignore that. But the results, it's not a small sample size anymore.
No.
In fact, and this stat blew me away, Randy Vasquez has made more starts than any other Padre over the last 2 years other than Dylan Cease.
Crazy.
He's made more starts, obviously, than Joe Musgrove, Yu Darvish, Michael King. He has been out there making his starts the last 2 seasons and giving the Padres a chance to win in just about every single one of those games.
Damn near. Damn near.
I mean, isn't that what you want in the playoffs? A chance to win in a game, and he gives you chances to win
every time, it feels like.
But I do think there's, a certain segment of baseball that would go, wait, you had Yu Darvish and
sitting
Dylan
there?
Cease, and you chose to go with Randy Vasquez in the game to decide your season, like a game 3 of the Wildcard series.
Right.
You could be second-guessed either way, and you will be second-guessed either way if you lose. There's no getting around that for Mike Schilt. If he goes with Dylan Cease and they lose, well, you should have gone with Yu Darvish. If he goes with Yu Darvish, you should have gone with Randy Vasquez.
Is anyone going to say you should have gone with Dylan Cease, though?
You should have gone with Dylan Cease. If they lose.
Is anybody going to say if we lose in game 3, you should have gone with Dylan Cease? No.
Maybe you just warm them all up before game 3 and go,
Who looks the best? Who's feeling good? I mean, yeah, BBD 160 says Schilt pulls them all the time in a playoff game, which, by the way, or all the time in the regular season. But here's the thing. I'm okay with it in a playoff game. If Randy Vasquez can get you 1.5 times through the order, well, that's all you need. Then you turn it over to Morahone and Miller and Suarez and Wandy and on down the line. Jason Adam being out really, really hurts. We got to find somebody that can, maybe it's Ron Marinaccio, I have no idea, but somebody needs to fill that role of what Jason Adam brought to the table. Just a really unfortunate
Wandy's ERA is down to 3.1. It's outstanding.
How do you feel, though? How do you feel Wandy v. Jason Adam? It's not even close.
David Morgan could be back today. Bradley Rodriguez throws 100.
Yeah, I mean, there's weapons. There's weapons down there for sure.
Kyle Hart's been pitching well.
Yep, there's weapons down there for sure. But BBD 160, I really don't care when our starters get pulled in a playoff game. I really don't, because the star of our
keep
team,
us in it, hold a lead, whatever it takes,
correct,
and then
turn it over the bullpen.
When the situation calls for it, the situation calls for it.
And I think that's the right strategy for Mike Schilt. And I think again, I'm just going to go back to what I saw from the Dodgers last year. I'm going to go back to what I saw from the Tigers last year. In the postseason, they had one starter, Tarek Skubal. And every other game, it was like, no, we're going to mix, we're going to match, and these guys are going to be dogs, and they're going to get out.
If he's not a starter, I do think Randy Vasquez has earned a spot on the roster in the bullpen.
What, though?
For a wild card, too. If you look and it's the second inning and Michael King doesn't have it,
or Yu Darvish doesn't have it,
or whoever you've started,
I trust Randy more than I trust King or Darvish.
You feel like, hey, let's be aggressive. We can get 2 or 3 innings out of Randy here and get to the bullpen that way before things get out of hand while they're still close. You don't have to stick with any pitcher that you don't think is getting the job done if you've got Randy Vasquez standing by and ready. Now, you're putting him in a role that he has not pitched in all year, which is dicey. But you'd be doing the same thing if you have Dylan Cease or you Darvish out of the bullpen.
100%.
It's like, okay, you're asking him to do something unusual here, but that's the chaos that Eno Saris talked about.
It's going to be
like,
fun, and by fun I mean beyond excruciating. Here's the deal: go out and win the first 2 games. You don't have to worry about any of this mess. You go out and you win 2 games in a row, which you can do. You don't have to worry about any of it. You reset, and everybody, will worry about next series. But you win those first 2 games, you got no problems. 0. No problems. Nobody's second-guessing anybody. You go out and win those first 2 games. And the way that you do it, I think, is you throw Nick Pivetta game 1. Short leash for Nick. Short leash for everybody. I'll tell you who else is going to have a short leash. Shota Imanaga, Matthew Boyd, the guys are going to be throwing against us in game 1 and 2. They will also have a short leash. Now, Cubs bullpen is nowhere near what ours is. So you have to find a way to get to those guys, Ben, and force your way into their bullpen. Nobody wants to force you don't want to force your way into the Padres bullpen. You really don't. They are going to come out and they're going to attack whoever's on the mound. And by the way, that's worked. Nobody's given up more first inning runs than we have all year. They're going to come out swinging.
Craig Counsell is like, score some runs, but make the other pitcher look good.
So they don't take them out. Exactly. Score 1, and then an add-on in the third.
A couple times. Make sure they don't go to the bullpen too early.
Correct. They do not want to get in our pen. We want to get in theirs. And it's just, again, here's the chess match that makes this game the greatest.
Speaking of second guessing, it was actually first guessing yesterday. Padres fans looking at the lineup that Mike Schilt put out in yesterday's game, the hangover lineup.
Yeah.
With no Fernando Tatis Jr., who was still at home sick, no Manny Machado, no Jackson Merrill, no Jake Cronenworth. It was truly probably the least regular lineup we've seen all season for the San Diego Padres. And so
naturally we get the best performance.
Saw a lot of people going, well, we're punting, we're giving up on trying to earn home field advantage in the wild card round. And the guys who played outstanding.
Yep.
They got the job done, took care of business early. Ryan O'Hearn with the grand slam off Bruce Zimmerman in the first inning. And then Luis Arraez with the shortest home run you probably ever hit at Petco Park. I still haven't seen an angle that I'm confident it went over that line.
I'm with you.
On the foul pole.
I'll take it at this point.
We don't have a close-up shot of that one anywhere, and you just don't want to see it. I feel like they've hidden the Zapruder film of the short home run by Luis Arraez yesterday.
Ryan O'Hearn, since coming out saying I've been playing like S, is 10 for 20 with 8 RBI. So
that'll do.
Pretty great.
Padres win their 4th in a row, clinch the season series versus Milwaukee for what's that's worth. Not much right now, but they are the best team in baseball, and you've owned them so far this year. All right, we'll come back. Big news in Major League Baseball yesterday. Robot umpires coming in 2026 next year on The Fan. common sentiment yesterday was it's about time.
Yeah, man.
When Major League Baseball announced the competition committee, the final vote from the teams that they will be implementing the so-called robot umpires, the automated ball strike challenge system that was tested in spring training this year. They used it in the All-Star game. It's been used. There it is. It's been used in the minor leagues since 2019, and it is coming to Major League Baseball next season. For anyone who hasn't been following this closely throughout the year, here's how it worked. Each team gets 2 challenges at the start of every game.
Intruders must be destroyed. Self-destruct initiated.
Freaking me out.
No, there's actually going to be a human still calling the balls and strikes behind the plate.
Oh, I thought it was like C-3PO would be behind the plate.
But if you think that human made a bad call, the catcher, the batter, or the pitcher, and only those 3 players have the option to immediately initiate a video review. Has to be done right after the pitch. You can't wait. The dugout can't yell and say, challenge that. You have to immediately go tap your head and go, I want that reviewed.
First thing I thought of when I saw it was, all right, who's going to cheat and what's the best way to do it? Right?
Well, the idea is the immediacy of it is what keeps anybody from cheating. You won't have time to signal anything to anybody because if they don't immediately ask for it, it's too late.
What is immediately?
That's
2
a good
seconds?
question.
Right.
4 seconds?
Pitch is thrown. Catcher has the ball. Like as he's getting ready to throw it back to the pitcher.
You tap because your buddy in the dugout just gave you the, what is it?
How does the buddy know in the dugout, though?
He's watching on an iPad. I don't know. I really have no idea. You're telling me it can't be done. I'm telling you it can and probably will. And
they'll find a way.
The number 1 suspect is going to be Dave Roberts and the Dodgers. I'm positive they're going to find a way to game this system somehow.
Now, if you get your challenge right, and they will show it on the video board at the stadium and on television, like a tennis out of bounds lines review, quickly will show it, and they will decide whether you were right or wrong. If you were right, the call will be overturned, and you will keep that challenge. If you're wrong, you will lose one of your 2 challenges. Once you've lost both of them, well, you're out of luck until at least extra innings when each team gets an additional challenge in extra innings if the game goes that long.
Yeah, and if you get them right, you just keep them and you keep rolling, right? And they interviewed, I think it was Aaron Boone, and they asked him, hey, so how are you going to decide? Because you got some guys we have some guys in our lineup. Manny, every time there's a play, Crony, every time there's a play, they always point to the dugout. I'm like, bro, everybody on TV could see their foot was on the bag, and you're pointing at the dugout.
Like, no, you didn't see what I saw.
Right. So there are going to be those guys that, the manager, Aaron Boone's like, yeah, there's going to be some guys I'm going to have to shame literally, he said shame them before the game. Like, you're not allowed to do it. You can't do it.
So a lot of minor league teams have forbidden their pitchers from challenging. It's all for that side of it. They say only the catcher is allowed. They're not as emotionally invested.
Yeah.
They have they always have the same view as the umpire, and they only allow their catcher to make those challenges. That's a team by team decision. Some teams will say, don't do it in the early innings. You obviously want to wait for higher leverage situations, or obviously pitches that you're more confident that are going to be correct. I mean, if you're right, if it's right down the middle and the umpire just, closed his eyes and the ball,
which happens.
Yeah, which happens. You can fairly confidently challenge one of those and move on. And that'll be nice to correct things. The one criticism that people still have, if you're going to do it, why not just go all the way in?
I know.
I mean, if you can cure cancer, doctors don't go, but we can only cure 2 a day.
Right.
And you have to immediately say, I'd like my cancer cured right away when you're at the doctor's office.
Right. Just do it.
If you can do it, just do it and be accurate every single time. But that's not how they're going to do it.
Pitchers are way too emotional. Imagine Nick Pivetta. I mean, holy smokes. They're just way too emotional out there. Catcher, I think it should just be catcher hitter, and I bet you teams do employ that. Like, nah, dude. Yeah. I know you think you caught the corner. You didn't. So let Ben back there make the decision, and hope he makes the right decision. So, thing is, man,
tell Max Scherzer, you can't challenge.
You're not
anything.
challenging anything. They had they showed guys like Alejandro Kirk yesterday, who is so good, Ben, at presenting the ball, bringing the ball up into the strike zone, up into the strike zone, up into the strike zone. Here's the other thing that you have to think about, the chess match of it. So
now it won't eliminate framing entirely.
No, it won't.
There will still be missed calls.
Oh, yeah.
You feel like you can't challenge. There'll be games where you're out of challenges, and all of a sudden it's all on the umpire after that. So it's not getting rid of some of the things that make baseball.
No.
And that's, I think, why they have this compromise solution.
But the thing is so you go into a series knowing, hey, man, we're going up against Austin Hedges, who is an elite framer. We're going up against Alejandro Kirk, who's an elite framer. Keep that in the back of your mind as you, the hitter, are up there and you're like, oh, God. It's going to be – that makes it – if you have an elite framer, I think it still makes it difficult because you're like, was that a strike or did that –
the thing is,
that dude
the
bring
batter
that back?
doesn't ever see the framing. The batter is the only one on offense who can challenge.
But still,
And
they're
the
so
batter-
borderline. They're so borderline.
The batter is just going by his own feeling. It's amazing how well some guys do know the strike zone.
It's absolutely incredible.
As a batter.
It's
And,
incredible.
they never look at the umpire, but the second one is an inch off the plate, they look back and go, what are you doing, man? I mean, there are guys who are the opposite. They'll look back all the time like that was clearly a strike. Why are you looking at the umpire? But there are guys who know the strike zone so well, and they can't see whether the catcher's framing it or not. They're just watching the pitcher throw it by them, and they go, I took that because it was clearly inside by about 3 inches. I know you called that a strike, but it's not a strike. How confident are you to let that batter then use their gut feeling, which is the only way they can do it, is use that gut feeling like, I know that wasn't a strike. I took it. I know that wasn't a strike. I'm challenging it. And when do you use those precious challenges? Does there have to be like a 3-2 count? Does there have to be guys on base? Is it a situation where you want to do it with nobody out because it could start a big inning, or with 2 outs to extend an inning? Otherwise, you're heading back to the dugout. It is it's going to be very interesting and change the calculus of baseball next season.
Good. Less excuses. Just take some of that emotion, take some of the preferences of an umpire away, right? You hear it all the time. Oh, this guy's got a low zone. This guy's got a high zone. This guy will give the pitch down and away, won't give it in.
But that'll still be important.
It will be. It will be. But
If an umpire has a tendency
bit.
to call low ball strikes, and you get a low ball and it's called a strike, you're going to probably be more inclined to challenge that. Hey, I know this umpire. He misses a lot of calls low. I think he just missed one low again. Is that reason then, or more reason, to do a challenge? Because you know your umpire and you know their zones and you think they're wrong some of the time.
Yeah.
It's all going to be part of the factor, and a very complicated one. There will be embarrassing moments for players next season, right, Paulie? I mean,
oh yeah, you're going to look like
100%
a fool. But I
do like the catcher only.
Yeah, if I was running a team, I'd be like, hey man, I love you, but let's let him do it. Back there.
We love Nick Pivetta.
He doesn't challenge, and you don't like it. You guys take it up with each other in the dugout afterwards, figure it out, get on the same page. But that seems like the smartest way to handle it.
Yeah, I think so.
Love Nick Pivetta. He seems like he's too emotional to make that decision right after the pitch.
Correct.
The way he reacts.
I'd say, but again, those pitchers, a lot of them know the zone.
I wouldn't want Joe Musgrove doing it. He's emotional.
All of them are.
They're all
really.
are. Every
one of them. Every one of them.
Dylan Cease.
Michael King's emotional as hell. I do. I like that idea. And we could talk to next time we talk to Schulte or next year. That's a good question to ask. It's like, all right, I'm sure you've thought about this. This thing's going to absolutely happen right now.
It's a good question to ask pitchers.
Yeah, great question to ask pitchers. Like, are they going to take it out of your hands? It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be better. I think the game's going to be better for it. I don't think we'll notice after a while. It's not just like the pitch clock. Pitch clock was really, really helpful to baseball. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm excited for it.
Mike Schulte did get asked about it yesterday before the game, and he had some kind of funny comments. He says, I think it's going to save the manager some money. We're going to have to work really hard to get ejected. Now, with replay, you can't argue against New York. That's a big fine. And now you can't yell at an umpire for balls and strikes because, well, just challenge it if you don't like it. So there's really nothing left for managers to go out and argue anymore. You can challenge pretty much everything now.
You're talking about, hitters being up there and some of them know the zone so well. You know what always really surprises me is how the manager from that view knows exactly if it's a ball or strike. It's bananas. Like
Yeah.
there's no, if you've ever sat in that view and you look, you're like, I have no idea. And
Looked okay.
It looked up, but it might have been.
I mean, you can do up down really well.
Up
'cause you
down's
can
easy.
see, but side to side, you should have no idea yet.
But they do.
Mike Schilt looks at him like that was an inch outside. You're in the dugout like
how do you
300
know that?
feet away.
There's no way. It's the worst view you could have.
Does he have a monitor right behind, like
No.
right next to
No,
him?
I don't think so.
I don't think he does.
I don't think
I
so.
think he's looking at the reaction of his
his
players who he knows which ones know the strike zone the best. And if they react quizzically, then he reacts angrily. He's triggered. It's like, okay, that's my guy knew it. Now I'm going to get mad at the umpire.
We got some lunatics in the chat today that they're talking about framing. Do you guys agree with me or them? I think the art of framing has never been better. I think these guys are wizards at it. I think artistically, remember the guy back in the day that would just pull it, he just yanks it back over or pulls it down real quick. The way that they do it now, presenting the glove down and then catching it out in front and boom, spotting it. That's art to me. Like it is. Try it. Try it.
Really
try
hard.
it with your son that's 7 and try to do that. And I can do this one where I'm squatting and he throws me a high fastball and I go and I yank it down.
But
That's
to
different.
like stab at it.
Try to put it on the ground. He present it and then pop it in the zone at the right time.
I
It's
feel like
art.
the guys who really do it well now, it's not even moving the glove. It's a twist.
It's a twist.
It's a twist that turns what was a ball that was a half inch
into a
outside
strike.
into one that's on the strike
It's
zone.
so beautiful, dude.
And
beautiful.
But it still will be an art because the team that can steal more strikes puts more pressure
100%.
on the other team to make more challenges,
100%.
which is going to be difficult. So it does not take framing away.
No.
It will still be a major part of the game. You want to frame as many strikes as possible and force the other team into as many decisions and challenges, because if you do, well, there's a better chance they're going to be wrong on one of them and lose one of those challenges, which can come into play later in the game if they do so. So it's framing's not going away. It won't be quite as valuable, but it will still be valuable for a team to have a good framing catcher.
Well, and it's the arguments that you have every year of why do they do this with this knee down? The reason that they do this stuff, guys, is because it works and because it's better. They don't do it because it's worse. They're never going to purposely do something because it's worse. They do it because it's better and helps you steal more strikes over the course of a season. So that's why they do it. And the guys that are really good at it are artists at it. Alejandro Kirk is an artist at it. I mean, truly, he is brilliant at it. Freddie Fermin, not so much. He's not. Diaz, not so much at all. You can tell the difference when you watch a really, really good catcher and when you watch one that's good, serviceable, fine. But it is really, really something, man, to watch these guys.
All right, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, don't do this. And I've got a college basketball coach, a younger coach, who apparently is a new Bobby Knight in the making. The details of this one, pretty shocking.
It's not a good thing.
Not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. We'll get to that and more coming up after traffic with Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, happy Wednesday to you guys out there. Man, I'm so excited, getting ready to go play a big baseball tournament here in a few weeks and trying to get my body right and ready. And I realized yesterday I could not have even attempted to put this thing together and go do it had it not been for QC Kinetics. I was not able to play ball, was not able to swing even a wiffle ball bat at one point. And thanks to them, doing all the things that I love to do, filling my life with my passions. Weekend warrior, 100% weekend warrior. I couldn't even do that without QC Kinetics because I could not swing a bat. I could not even pick up a bat. Went in and got the advanced cellular treatments, helped my body heal and restore the damage that I had done to my joints. Doesn't just cover it up, doesn't cut it out, just helps you heal and restore. Would not be where I am today without QC Kinetics. So if you woke up, you're in tremendous pain in your knees, your back, your hips, any of your joints, at least give them a call. Get the free consultation going today. They got locations in Hillcrest and Torrey Hills, 619-614-PAIN, 619-614-PAIN. Once again, 619-614-PAIN. At least go in, make a call, see if you're a good candidate because you don't have to live that way. You can get back to doing all the things that you love and miss. Again, QC Kinetics at 619-614-PAIN.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
DDTT on a Wednesday brought to you by Trust and Will.
Don't
leave your entire estate, house, kids, and life savings up to chance if and when you die. Set up a Trust or Will online at trustandwill.com.
This
is a lot more affordable than you think. Visit trustandwill.com for more info. Sometimes don't do this stories can be amusing. Sometimes they can be horrifying. This one was just made me sick to my stomach. I finally saw the video, Woods.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty, man. It was a really ugly inning for the Detroit Tigers yesterday against the Cleveland Guardians in a game Detroit had to win. They had Tarek Skubal on the mound going against Cleveland.
Had a 2-0 lead.
2-0 lead. No outs, 2-1 count against Tarek Skubal. David Fry, designated hitter for the Guardians, squared up to lay down a bunt on a 99-mile-an-hour heater. Again, more reason you should never bunt. And the ball went up and in, glanced off the bat, and hit him square in the face.
Ugh.
And nobody was more horrified about it than Tarek Skubal. He threw his glove down, threw his hat down, was completely – it's so much bigger than that massive game that they were playing, this massive game, Ben, for, playoff consideration. He hit the deck. Again, 99 to the face, like right in the face. Loaded onto a cart, taken off the field, taken to the hospital, was receiving treatment. Tarek did text him after the game, checking on him. A lot of people did, I'm sure. But they ended up taking the lead off of Skubal that inning, Ben. Not a ball got out of the infield. He made a horrible between the legs, tried to throw it, threw it away. I mean, just dropping down. They got bunt happy, and it worked.
Bunt. There was a swinging bunt in there.
A couple real bunts, one into the face.
Nothing was hit harder than 65 miles an hour. A little unlucky, but the Tigers are in free fall right now. They had a 15.5 game lead over the Guardians in early July. They had a 12.5 game lead 1 month ago. We talked about the collapse, the once in a generation, lifetime, century collapse by the Padres in 2021. Nothing comparing. If the Tigers miss the playoffs, and they're still in because the Astros lost yesterday, but they'll pull off one of the great don't do this season collapses in baseball history.
Is that 11 of 12?
They have lost 11 of 12. They just cannot find a way to pull themselves out of it. This was the best team in baseball for the first half of the season, and they cannot pull themselves out of it. The insult to injury part, David Fry, because it was a foul ball, he didn't get the base. Yeah. He's at the hospital. Another guy comes in to pinch hit for him, strikes out, but that goes on David Fry's record
as a K
because they had 2 strikes on him already. So he struck out while he was being taken. He struck out from the back of an ambulance on the way to a hospital, which really is a don't do this, unfortunately, for David Fry. All right, this story just came out this morning. Brand new details from the New York Post about accusations of head coach Donald Copeland of the Wagner Seahawks. It's a college basketball school in Staten Island.
Oh my God! I was reading about this yesterday.
Pretty gnarly. According to players and sources, Copeland was both verbally abusive and in the whatever. Like, is this 1950? He says this summer there were minimal, if any, water breaks ever given during workouts. Basketball coach, according to the New York Post. If players asked for water, his response was, "If you're thirsty, swallow your spit." On one occasion, a player hid a Gatorade bottle in the gym just so they could have something.
He hid it.
Copeland found it, made the players do extra running, the email detailed. "You're all going to run until the Gatorade is out of his belly," Copeland allegedly told them. 2 players passed out due to dehydration.
Oh my God.
According to the email, 1 had to go to the hospital. And then the verbal abuse, a player on last year's team, RJ Green, confirmed that behavior. Green says he was called a, quote, P word, a B word.
Pirate?
No, not a pirate. A punk. That's also a P word. And a V word. Sometimes he would stand there and point to his private parts.
What curse word starts with a V?
It's in the story. Can I say it?
I mean, if you want to.
It's an anatomical, a female anatomical part. No. That is anatomical. We all have them.
So here's the thing. Coaches do realize if your players are hydrated, they're going to perform better. If they're dehydrated, they're going to perform worse. Hydration is a necessity for an athlete at any sport. Any sport, really, you are any human being,
any living creature.
If you're thirsty, swallow your spit. I mean, what dad hasn't said that in the car? Swallow your spit. We're almost home. That is bananas. In this day and age, like, it should be the opposite. Hey, let's get hydrated. We're going to be running a lot today, so let's make sure we're hydrated. I never really understood,
even back in the 70s, when no, water's for tough if you need water. Like that. Did that ever make sense?
Everybody needs water.
Do they think that the players are just using it as an excuse to not work quite as hard? Like, if I can just go take a water break, I won't have to work so hard.
Yeah, I mean, in football practice, there is that element of, I'm just going to get a quick water break because you're over it. But it's also the water. They're not going to eat cheesecake on the sidelines. Cheesecake break. I'll be right back.
I mean, if you're a coach and you want to count the water breaks and add them on to okay, we took 5 minutes of water breaks, so we're running 5 more minutes at the end. As long as you get them hydrated, though, that's okay.
I just don't understand.
So he's under investigation?
He's under investigation at this point.
I just don't understand the whole don't drink. We're going to run, but don't drink water. It doesn't make any sense to me. No, we're going to run. So
eco water right now.
So drink up.
You imagine, what is this guy, 79 years old? He's 41. I mean,
he's a hardo. He's doing too much.
Apparently so.
He's doing too much. He's being a hardo. Yeah, he's being a hardo is what he is. Listen, I don't mind a coach getting tough with my kids at all. I don't. I've told anybody that coaches my kids, hey, man, if they're out of line, then, do what you need to do. Now, he's 7 and 4. Don't call them P words. But if they get into high school and something like that happens, I'm like, but give them water. Make sure that they're hydrated. Then you can do, have a ball, man. You're the coach. It makes no sense, dude. It makes no sense. So, this guy's going to lose his gig. It's a hardo move. It doesn't need to happen.
It really feels like we had been past that.
I thought we were too.
For a while, there were still some of those old school guys,
Yeah.
and they finally weeded them all out, and a new generation came in, and everyone just accepted that hydration
is good
and normal
and good
not,
for performance
and not a sign of weakness. So
All
I'm
right.
surprised that in the year 2025 that you have a coach who is still anti-hydration.
Yeah, as am I. Hydration is a very important thing. Do this.
DD mega doo-doo.
Well, she's going to ride off into the sunset. Sister Jean, the beloved chaplain and mentor for my alma mater, the Loyola Chicago men's basketball team. She has now officially retired at the age of 106.
Man.
6 decades of service to the university and its students. According to the Loyola Phoenix, the school's newspaper, Sister Jean is no longer able to physically be present on campus. She remains a beloved friend, trusted advisor, and loyal rambler, cheering for our teams and praying for us all daily. Loyola Chicago President Mark C. Reed said in a statement. So she is going to she's going to ride off into the sunset, Ben, and enjoy the twilight of her life at 106 years old.
Take a cruise.
Love Sister
Play a little
Jean.
shuffleboard.
Sweet angel. Do we still have the bobblehead? I brought one for you.
Yeah, it's over there.
Sister Jean bobblehead. 106 years old. Yeah, I think you're okay to shut it down right now. Sweet angel. That's actually her when she was
only
47 years old. Yeah. Been there a long time.
It makes me think, though, my buddy Scott just retired at the age of 50.
56 more
He
years.
should have worked 56 more years.
56.
He shouldn't even be halfway there yet.
Yeah, you know what? As Jay in the middle says, her secret to long life, hydration. I promise you she hydrates.
We
like
shouldn't
crazy.
be doing this show until we're 106, Woods.
You'll be lucky to get me to 56, just so you know. That's it's too much.
I really hope the Padres have won a World Series by then.
Me too. I'd like to go out. Hey, if they win this year, could be it. You never know. You better hope they don't.
Don't be a giant vertebrae.
Off into the sunset we go.
And that is don't and do this for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Talked a little bit about the Tigers game and their collapse. We have some more interesting results. We are setting up for a wild last 5 days of the Major League Baseball season. In a few playoff races, we can get to all of that and more coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Another opportunity, though, for us to remind everybody that 7 Mile is our place to play cards or just hang out. If you're looking for somewhere close that's open 24/7, that has food, drinks, televisions, a great patio, and plus, the 4 best card games you're going to find, 7 Mile Casino is the place to be.
Yeah, I feel like we just told you guys. 7 Mile Casino is a great place to go. California-style blackjack, baccarat, Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, the card games that you love, smoke-free environment, slot machine-free environment. So it's cool and cool. Like it's cool
both
temperature and
definitions
cool.
of the word.
Yep, and best part, just 7 minutes from Petco Park.
I told you about the 24/7 players menu earlier. Let me remind you also about the weekend brunch. We can sort of see the weekend from here. It's Wednesday, Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Sammy's. They have the brunch that was voted #1 best in the South Bay. Again, try it. Amazing menu items available 24/7. It's Sammy's at 7 Mile and 7 Mile Casino, our card room, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Did the New York Mets save their season yesterday, rallying from a 6-1 deficit to beat the Chicago Cubs 9-7 on a tie-breaking 2-run home run by Francisco Alvarez in the 8th inning? What a much-needed swing that was for the crumbling New York Mets, and now they're back in wild card position after the Cincinnati Reds lost to the Pittsburgh Pirates, Woods, 4-2. They fall one game behind. And the Reds are now tied with the Arizona Diamondbacks, who, as we mentioned earlier, rallied for 2 in the 9th against the Dodgers. Tanner Scott for a 5-4 win. Dodgers, again, blowing a lead in that game. Helps the Padres obviously get closer. But the National League wild card, that last spot, looks like it's going to come down to at least the final weekend, if not the final day of the season. The only thing that I miss... The game 163 possibilities were always very intriguing.
Yes.
We won't get one of those.
No.
They don't do that anymore. It comes down to tiebreakers. And right now, it's the Cincinnati Reds who have the tiebreaker over the Mets, but the Mets have a 1-game lead over the Reds. And I believe the Diamondbacks are third in the tiebreaker list as well. So they've got more work to do, and they've got the toughest schedule with 2 more against the Dodgers and, of course, 3 against the Padres this weekend. At Petco Park. Man. So that's why I think they still only have like a 8% chance or something like that to make the playoffs, even though they're just a game behind. Now the Padres, as we talked about earlier, though, can't really use any of their better pitchers this weekend because they have to save them for the wild card, which could give the Diamondbacks an advantage going into that series.
I mean, think about if the Diamondbacks go out and win tonight. And I mean, they're hanging around. You're gonna get their best effort this weekend, certainly, as they're not out of it by a long stretch, dude. A game out,
but they could be in the next 2 days if the Dodgers win. The next couple,
the Mets continue.
The Diamondbacks could be eliminated by Friday, I believe, because they don't have the tiebreaker, depending on what the Mets and the Reds do. So it's interesting. If you want the Padres to catch the Dodgers, obviously you are cheering for the Diamondbacks.
Correct.
The next couple of days. If you want the Padres to catch the Cubs,
cheering for the Mets.
You might be cheering for, you're cheering for the Mets for sure, for the Cubs to lose, but you might actually be cheering for the Dodgers because you don't want the Diamondbacks to have anything to play for this weekend. Gives you a better chance to win those games because you're going to have to win those games to catch the Cubs.
Jeez.
Padres are going to have to either win out or 3-1 probably minimum.
Well, I like
to have a chance to catch the Cubs.
I like the strategy right now of getting guys rest, but also trying to win baseball games. We didn't think it was going to happen yesterday, but it did. You have to manage your team to get them ready for the postseason. And if that means Manny needs another day today, or Jake Cronenworth needs another day today, hey, man, Ride the hot hand of Jose Iglesias, who's homered the last 2 nights. Get Jake off his feet. Have no problem with it. None. You won.
The Padres aren't the only team that has clinched a playoff spot that isn't exactly sprinting to the finish line. Well, look at the Brewers. They're still trying to lock up home field advantage, but they're pitching Chad Patrick tonight
instead of Quinn
Priester,
which is, I think, smart.
They're trying to get some rest for their starters. The Phillies could catch them. They lost to the Marlins last night, so they're not exactly pedaled to the metal either. These teams that have clinched are taking advantage of the time at the end of the season to back off a little bit. Now, the American League is also very interesting, Woods. We talked about the Cleveland Guardians now catching the Tigers, and not only tying them for the AL Central lead with the win yesterday, but they also clinched the tiebreaker.
Man.
So if they split the next 2 games, Cleveland will control its own destiny going into the final series of the season this weekend.
And who will they have? Do you know off the top of your head?
I do not know off the top of my head, but I can check really quickly.
Yankees wrapped it up last night. At least a playoff experience.
They had to rally in the 9th inning, but they clinched a playoff spot with the win over the White Sox. And the Mariners got a 3-run double from Josh Naylor in the 8th inning. They were trailing the Rockies 3-1. They clinched a playoff spot. Their win with the Yankees win, actually, for whatever reason, tiebreakers, I guess, got Seattle into the playoffs. So they also clinched. We had 2 American League teams getting in. So this weekend, the Detroit Tigers finish on the road at the Boston Red Sox, another team that has not clinched yet, but won yesterday.
They're second in the wild card.
And solidified their position with a big win over the Toronto Blue Jays, who are now just 1 game ahead of the Yankees in the AL East.
So Blue Jays are in, Mariners are in, Yankees are in, Red Sox are probably in, Tigers, Guardians, Astros are your last 3. There's going to be 3 teams for 1 spot.
So the Astros and the Tigers are the 2 teams that are faltering. Tigers have that 1-game lead. The Astros lost to the A's. They're on the road in California all week after 2 in Sacramento. They go to Anaheim for 3 against the Angels to finish their season, while Detroit's heading to Boston. So you can't completely count out Houston either at this point. Very interesting last weekend of the season coming up in Major League Baseball.
It is so nice to look at these standings right here, guys, and just see that X next to your name. It really is. And I know that there's seeding and all kinds of things to play for. I know that. To look at that and know that you're not in the position of the Arizona Diamondbacks or the New York Mets or the Detroit Tigers. Imagine being a Tigers fan today, mired in a 7-game skid. Tarek Skubal on the mound last night. Should dominate that team. They started bunting their way on. You balked. You threw one away. You had a wild pitch. You're melting down in real time.
Bro, the playoffs are excruciating enough.
No doubt. Imagine
mid to late September games are tough enough.
Yes.
To clinch. And again, we know there are seeding potential things that could
Have
happen.
the X.
To have that X with a week to go, and I don't want to say you don't care about the games, but you're not living and dying. You get a week off from that.
Yeah, you're not sick to your stomach.
Tuesday morning, we're going to be vomiting with every pitch.
Think about the Braves last year. Remember what they had to do to get into the playoffs? And then what happened when they got in the playoffs? They were exhausted.
Yeah.
They had no pitching left. And
they had to play a double header on Monday, right? The Monday after the season to make up games. And
they split.
They lost the first one, which could have clinched them. So then they had to play the second one, which they won, I believe.
Remember there was debate, like, if they win the first game, are they going to not make them play the second game because it doesn't matter? And we're like, screw that. Everybody else played 162. You better damn well play that. I don't care if you put out your whole AAA team. You better play that game. I want you tired after a doubleheader flying across to San Diego.
And we bodied them. I mean, just bodied
2 and done.
It was just easy. It was the easiest playoff series I've ever watched. I was like, this is great.
Except for Joe Musgrove getting hurt.
That's true. That's true. That sucked. But, honestly, like, you look at this and you go, all right, yeah, these games, like, of course I'm going to be dialed in at 1 o'clock today. Well, of course I am. But I'm not chewing my nails. Like, I'm not sitting there pouring shots of bourbon in the middle of the afternoon. And then, if you're a Guardians fan, Ben, you're on cloud 9. Like, you're like, oh my God, we beat Tarek Skubal last night. That run, though, if you actually get to the postseason, I think if you're a Guardians fan, you're pretty stoked, right? Because you're the Guardians. You don't spend a lot of money. That's a good thing. That in and of itself is an accomplishment. If you're the Tigers and you blow a 15.5 game lead, Ben, and then you get into the playoffs, are you even happy? Are you even happy after the last month of baseball that you've watched from this team?
We
I
need to
think
get,
11 of 12.
I want to get Chris Rose back on the show.
I think if you get into the playoffs, even after blowing the lead,
you're happy.
Even if you're starting on the road, you're the 6th seed. I think you're thankful that you have an opportunity for redemption.
Yeah,
because
fair.
if you don't make the playoffs, you have
screwed.
No opportunity for redemption. No one cares that you blew a 15.5 game lead.
Yeah, you're kind of a laughing stock.
If you then play your way to the World Series, from the 6th seed. So at least you're thankful that as badly as you've played, you get at least 2 more games to try to turn things around.
This Tigers thing is bananas. They got a great manager. They got great players. They have a track record this year of being very successful. You expect
they strike out a ton.
They strike out a ton, but you expect your team, if you're that good, don't you expect your scuffle to look more like 4 and 5? We went 3 and 6. That's brutal. But to go losing 11 out of 12, it's excruciating. It's just excruciating for them right now.
I want to bring back something we talked about on Monday that was designed to give Padres fans a little hope and optimism. And we'll do that right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This traffic report is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. Loaded up on 94 westbound at Euclid Avenue, all because of a stall taking out the left lane. And then the 163 northbound slows down at Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Somebody else broke down. You got a crash on the 125 northbound right at Camacho Boulevard, and that blocks the center divider.
There are children, friends, and families walking, riding on paths and roads every day. Remember, they're real people with loved ones who need them to get home safely. Protect our cyclists and pedestrians because they're people too. Go safely, California. From the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans.
Gotta get Sue Aller on the phone and let her know it's
Hamacha.
What'd she say?
Hamacha Road.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's one of those landmines that you can you can tell native San Diegans from the interlopers sometimes. Lajala.
Our voice guy, remember he said Jamul.
No, it's hard. Yeah.
I don't blame him at all. I
don't either.
I think he lives in like Boston. Our voice guy does. He's like,
you give me that copy, and I live in Boston. Like Jamul. It sounds. When he says it sounds like it actually should be called Jamul. Poway. Yeah. East County's finest. Go ahead.
Jamul Casino Resort.
So
you're about to give me hope.
I am. No.
Oh
no, I'm taking it away.
You're taking hope away.
Yeah,
even better.
I'm taking it away. Well, I'm not taking it away. I'm just reminding. Had that chart on Monday about how teams that struggle in September really has no correlation to how they perform in the playoffs. But now, as you look at the Padres heading toward a potential series against the Chicago Cubs have lost 5 in a row. Padres have won 4 in a row.
Yeah, means nothing.
Padres have all the momentum here. The Cubs are stumbling to the finish line. And I do have to remind everybody that the inverse is also true. Padres could go on a run when their last 8 games here. Cubs can lose their last 8. Doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Cubs are not playing for anything right now. They know that. They're resting guys. If you win, you lose. It really has no correlation to how you're going to perform in October. Everything gets reset on Tuesday. So because I was being fair and saying, hey, don't get discouraged when the Padres struggled in September, I also have to say, now that the Padres are playing better and bodying the Milwaukee Brewers, it doesn't really give you any extra confidence going into October either.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It shouldn't.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
Yeah. That's why I said I don't really care about these games. I don't.
It's the safe approach to take. It's a new tournament. It's a new season.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's no reason why I think there are some good things. Jackson Merrill starting to hit.
Sure.
Is unquestionably a positive. That's good news for the San Diego Padres.
I will say this too. I thought about it yesterday. Having the guys that will 99% be on the bench, getting some work and getting some confidence. Jose Iglesias getting some confidence. Bryce Johnson has had a really good year for the San Diego Padres in his limited role and experience. making great plays, getting knocks.
Will we see it? Will we see them in the playoffs, or at least in a wild card series? I don't know.
If need be, right? They have your bet. You feel better about your bench, and you don't want to go into a playoff series, Ben, with I got these 9 guys, and the rest of them are terrible. And if you do need to pinch run or defensive replacement, like or get a guy to come in and get a bunt down, whatever it may be. Our bench looks better. It does look better.
And getting Xander Bogaerts back
huge.
is a positive as well. And I know he went 0 for 4 yesterday, but had three balls with an exit velocity over 100.
Made a couple really nice plays.
And looked very sharp on defense. I mean,
good to have him back.
Hadn't missed a beat defensively. Made a really outstanding play. And then made some more routine ones, but nothing really easy. I mean, as balls he had to charge. The timing looked really, really good.
Yep.
He allayed a lot of my concerns about Xander coming back in one fell swoop yesterday. Yep. Struck out in the first at bat, and then after that, hit a couple of seeds, right at people, ended up being outs. But that's a definite positive as well for the Padres here at the end of the month.
And just getting guys off their feet. But the guys that are coming in, playing hard, playing to win, they won. They beat a really good team twice. I'm super happy. I don't know how you could be anything but right now. And I understand the trepidation that you feel about, Michael King, Nick Pivetta, and Yu Darvish and Dylan Cease. I understand that trepidation, but it's no different than the trepidation that really any other team feels, maybe other than the Dodgers as far as their starters go. But you don't tell me that Dave Roberts isn't sick to his stomach about his bullpen and how that's shaping up. Now they have some reserves coming. You're not telling me that Philadelphia is not a little bit nervous right now, Ben. Every team is. No team is infallible. No team is perfect. In fact, the teams that we have seen be pretty infallible throughout the regular season, sometimes they get to the playoffs and they don't win. They don't win at all. And sometimes the teams that sneak their way in with 84 wins go on to the World Series. So it all resets for all of us. After Sunday.
Yeah, it seems clear that the Padres are going to continue to give some guys rest, probably rotate them around. You're not going to, bench everybody for a week, but you won't see one regular lineup maybe for the rest of the season. But there's something to be said.
Off day tomorrow, off day Monday. Like, you got plenty of opportunity to rest up.
Yeah,
that's the right thing
everyone
to
will
do.
get some playing time, but you also, the argument can be made. Playing your fresher guys here at the end can give you a bit of an advantage.
Yep.
The guys who don't have so much mileage on their legs that are still, raring to go. That they haven't had a chance to prove themselves as much this season. Jose Iglesias played a lot, but not anywhere near as much as some of the other guys. You got some guys with a little pep in their step left here at the end. Not necessarily a bad thing. You see punt when you see the lineup yesterday. Mike Schultz sees, hey, these are the guys that have the most left in the tank because I haven't been using them as heavily all season long, and they're playing against guys who have played 152 games already this year. Can actually give you, maybe not as talented, but can give you a bit of an edge there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited to see how it all shapes up, and if you win today, Ben, it's a real possibility that you're hosting games at Petco Park. I mean, it's a real possibility, which would be incredible. Still need some help.
I would think, we'll know a lot in the next day and a half.
Yeah, we said that yesterday. We did.
If
we win today, then
and we do know more today.
We're gonna do this till the end of the year, by the way.
Yeah, if the Padres win today and the Cubs lose again, tomorrow's off day will be very interesting.
Yes,
because it'll just be watching the Cubs. Because by Friday the Padres could control their own destiny, and that changes things a little bit. For sure, going into the weekend. All right, second half of Ben Woods includes Jesse Agler.
Also, we got a very special invite I wanted to go over.
All right, and a very special invite.
Yeah, you weren't aware of this.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, coming up next.
All right, stay tuned. Ben Woods, 97.3 The Fan. We'll be right back.
All right, we are halfway home on a Wednesday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Little early baseball for you today. Like that very much. Go home. Watch some Padres this afternoon. I did just get a notification that Cox is doing some work in my area, and my cable and internet may be down for a while.
More troubles with your Cox?
More troubles with my Cox. The troubles with my Cox really don't end.
Wow.
But
you gotta get that fixed.
Yeah, you'd think so.
What about your Princess service? Can they carve out just one spot where that doesn't go out at your house?
Can you imagine?
The neighborhood
it's
goes
raining
out.
everywhere else. My house is perfect. It's like a cartoon.
Princess service, of course.
No, listen, they're doing an upgrade to some things, and it's going to be down for a while. But hopefully it's up and ready to go by 1 today. So we can, it's good that when your Cox works, life is so much better. How do you
upgrade your Cox?
Well, I think they're doing some sort of upgrade to the network and the whatever that means.
Lengthening it?
Using hardware or software?
Fiber optic cables and things of that nature is my guess. That's my guess of what they're doing.
Cleaning it up a little bit.
Yes. We want it to last as long as it can without interruption. Which
sounds like your Cox sucks. It's just always.
Did you just
breaking
say
down?
Never mind. We talked. I'm Woodsy. That's Paulie. That's Ben. We talked earlier. Was it this week when you got the request with the guy with the newspaper clipping, or was that last week? Was that Friday?
That was Friday of last week, I think.
Ben got a letter sent to the station from Joliet, Illinois, and the guy had clipped out a old box score of a Padres game from 1984.
Yeah, June of 1984.
And asked, "Oh, did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
It was my belly."
I did hear that.
Did you hear that?
I was like, was that me?
That was a good one. He sent a postcard, like an index card, and he taped it on there, and he left a little room for Ben's signature. Then on the back, he scribbled like a madman, just scribbled all over it, and then wrote Ben Higgins at the bottom. It's very weird on the back. So he wanted to send Ben to sign it and send it back. So we talked about some of the things that we get sent here to the station. And I walked in this morning, and there was an envelope that's made out to Ben, Woods, and Paulie. So I opened it.
You opened my mail.
I did. I opened our mail.
Wow,
it's our
true.
mail.
You didn't even tell me about it until
no,
now.
I figure I would. I didn't even tell you. Yeah, this is brand new. So we have been cordially invited to the wedding of Alexis and Noe. And it is Saturday, October 4th at 4:30 p.m. I'm not going to give the address. I don't want a bunch of randos showing up, but we got invited to their wedding.
What's the date again?
October 4th.
Okay.
Saturday.
Game 1 of the NLDS.
Yeah. So then we also got a note that says, and this is very sweet. As Tier 1s, we would love for you to join us on our wedding day. We understand if you're not able to make it as playoff season is near. If you're able to make it, please go to new venue location at blank. P.S. Need marriage advice. Love, the Guzmans.
Oh, that's sweet.
It is very sweet, and it was very touching. Now, I can't make the wedding because it's Saturday, October 4th. My weekends are jacked. They're just jacked with soccer and t-ball and baseball and football. We will send a gift. There's a link here, and we will send a gift from Ben and Woods. Paulie from the Dodger Show Fund, send them a nice, like toaster, something, whatever's on their
they have a registry.
Pull this up and see.
Pull up the registry, see what we can pick. I mean, don't go overboard here. I mean,
relax. Tier 1s, and they invite us to their wedding.
I might go. I mean, if the Padres aren't playing a playoff game that day, I mean, I hope they are.
I do too.
The only way the Padres wouldn't be playing during that wedding is likely if they were eliminated in the wild card.
Correct.
Round. Seems because there is now National League Game 1 would be on that Saturday, and whatever time it is, whether it's a 2:00 game or a 5:00 game or a 7:00 game, that wedding is going to be somewhat concurrent with a playoff game at that point.
Which I wonder if Noe's friends are giving him an inordinate amount of grief. Like, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? You scheduled your wedding for this date,
Lots of good stuff here. We can get that.
Is there?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a couple of ideas.
A Ring doorbell.
Okay. How much is that?
A little over 100.
Okay. Look at him.
Let's see. They're asking for like a vacuum sealing food sealer machine.
You won't need it. You're not going to need it. That's one of those things that you sign up for. You're not going to do it.
It's such a great idea.
It's a great idea. You're not going to use it.
A very nice espresso machine.
Oh, no, we're not doing that.
No chance.
I was willing to.
No chance.
Let's get more in Ben's budget here.
Okay. Do they have one fork available?
They have for
one
under
plate
$20, a pickle jar with a strainer.
A pickle jar.
You can make your own pickles. Get him the Ring camera.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah. It's nice. It's not your money. It's show money.
$70 set of measuring cups. Ben,
I like that one.
Mind.
I like
good.
that one.
All right. Yeah, you will use those.
I enjoy it.
Michael says he uses his
liquid measurement.
He says he uses his sealer almost daily.
You really,
I don't believe you.
Michael,
I don't believe
every
you.
single day you seal something
What are you
up.
sealing?
I mean, most things have the old self-sealing thing anyway now.
Purple said, I had a vacuum sealer. I used it for 3 months. I went back to Ziploc.
Ziplocs exist.
Yeah.
Just go to Costco and buy the Ziploc gallon bags.
Can we talk about, too, how much better the Ziploc has gotten over the years? Because
so
it
much
used
better.
to be just regular gray. And then they did, hey, if once it's yellow and blue, make green. And then I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Now they have that thick thing you slide over. One of the greatest inventions.
I don't know. Somehow someone bought the Smart and Final version at our house that I'm trying to get through this. And it's the old like clear, and you can't tell if it's
Can't
sealed.
tell if it's shut or not.
You have to keep looking like 100 times. It's just the worst.
Also, yeah, all right, I'm really curious as to what these people are sealing. Are you making chili and freezing it, and then you have to thaw it out? We've had this conversation before. Never tastes the same. Freeze or burn. Nobody knows how to do it right. For the most part, it's just one of those gifts that you sign up for. You're like, I'm never gonna use this. Never. My wife has some double boiler. I'm like, what have you ever even boiled water? Like, what do you have a double boiler for? You don't need like.
She's making a meringue.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is this double boiler for? You literally you've boiled water twice this year. It's September. You don't need to get this out of here. She's always getting rid of all my stuff. You don't need this. You don't need this. Let's throw away all the pots and pans because unless I use them, nobody uses them. I just think that's one of those that you're going to regret. You could have gotten something else. Yeah, melt chocolate. Totally. My wife's in there melting chocolate. Yeah. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So, Paulie, get him something nice. We probably can't make your wedding. I do apologize. Thank you so much for the invite. It's very kind. It would be funny if the three of us just rolled up. What's up? We're here for free food.
I feel like we might be a distraction.
But here's the thing, and they need to understand this too. I never want to go to another wedding again for the rest of my life. I would be happy never going to another
wedding.
When's
the last wedding you went to? We've kind of hit the stage of life where we're no longer invited to a lot of weddings.
I don't remember. I've married a couple of people in the last couple of years.
I think Paulie's Zoom wedding was the last wedding.
Elisa, you're right. I take it back. I want to go to my kids' weddings. That's it. Or Hannah's next.
Those are probably a ways off, though.
If Hannah,
got
married,
are you gonna
again,
be the cool ex who's like supportive?
I'll walk her down the aisle.
Hannah,
she's all yours, pal.
Her second husband.
As I'm pointing at him, laughing
like Richie and the bear.
Yeah.
Like, he's a good guy, though.
Great guy.
It's a great guy.
Yeah, walk her down the aisle.
Back.
Yeah,
screaming.
I'm looking at him. I'm like, have fun, bud. No, I want to go to my kids' weddings. That's it. But those are the only two weddings I want to go to for the rest of my life.
Now, Paulie, are you still in that time of life where weddings? I mean,
most of my friends have been married now.
You have like a 6 or 7 year period where it's like, here's another invitation.
Yeah.
Here's another invitation.
Here's
another invitation. And then
$5,000.
And then they just stop.
I'm out of that season.
Okay.
I got a couple of friends.
You're getting into second marriages.
Yep. A couple of buddies. I'm like, I don't know if it's ever going to happen. They're pretty happy living the single life, but you never know. Last wedding, I went to a wedding last fall, Palm Springs wedding. That was the last one I think I went to.
I never want to go to another one. It's nothing personal against you guys. You guys make a lovely couple. Saw it on the registry. I just can't do it. It's not for me anymore. I just cannot do it. I cannot sit there and rot on a Saturday afternoon. I just make my own food, make my own drink. I'm good. I'm just good. I just don't like doing it. I don't like
eat, drink, and be merry.
I don't like it. I don't like them. I don't really like to do much of anything, honestly, but especially a wedding. So it's nothing personal. We will definitely send a gift from Ben and Woods.
It's already done.
But yeah, I'm just kind of over the wedding bed. That marriage advice, I don't know how much advice I have for her. I just offered to walk my wife down the aisle for her next marriage. So I don't know how much you want to listen to me. To be honest,
don't do it.
Don't do it. No, I think give more than you take. My wife and I have we've been not fighting. We've just been sniping all week. It's just been like, pew, pew. It's just been one of those weeks, like, oh, okay, I'll just go F myself then, right? Like, no problem. I'll just do it. Very passive aggressive in our scene. So, try to limit that. Give more than you take, certainly. And understanding your partner is
impossible,
a huge one. What?
You can't both give more than you take. If it's to each other, one of you has to be taking more and one of you has to be giving more.
I think being
a math problem.
Being equitable is kind of what I mean. We have my wife gave me a great compliment the other day. She said, we actually have a very equitable marriage. And she said, so many of my friends don't. I'm not going to name any of you guys' names, but I know who you are. An equitable marriage. Like she definitely does more than I do. There's no question. But I think in comparison to some of the other dudes out there, pretty equitable, pull my weight, so to speak. So these are all conversations you have, but you guys are going to be great. I have no doubt. We love you. Congratulations on your upcoming nuptials.
We know they make good choices because
they listen to Ben and Woods.
They listen to Ben and Woods.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
It's a good start right there.
Purple
they're
says,
wise.
Purple says, love is so beautiful. Agreed. I agree 100%. It is so beautiful. Joanna says, you have little kids. These are survival years. There's no doubt. That's exactly what we do. We survive right now. Survive.
All right. Can anyone survive Take on Woods and qualify for the trip to Las Vegas and the concert tickets to see the Eagles at the Sphere? Have another opportunity to join the ranks of grand prize qualifiers coming up next. If you want to be our contestant, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. We'll play our game, and then at the bottom of the hour, Jesse Agler is going to join us for the final time this regular season for the Incorporator and to talk some Padres baseball. So lots to get to. We will get to the game, though, next, coming up with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, quickly, let me tell you guys about Loan Pronto. If you are currently trapped in a high-rate mortgage, watching your hard-earned money vanish every month, stop, because right now at Loan Pronto, delivering the lowest mortgage rates in 3 years or so. Loan Pronto's rate reduction home loan program, streamlined, low-cost way to slash your house payments by hundreds of dollars a month. Lock in a fixed rate as low as 4.99% APR close in as little as 2 weeks. No appraisal needed in most cases. Here's the kicker. Skip your next 2 house payments entirely. Rates this low won't last. Call Loan Pronto now for your free, no-obligation quote. Imagine lower payments, more money in your pocket, fresh start with a better mortgage. 619-207-4336 or go to loanpronto.com to lock in your new low rate. Skip those next 2 payments. Don't let high rates hold you back. 619-207-4336 or go to loanpronto.com right now. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Okay, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
You just hit on something, and I'm actually mad that we have Take on Woods right now. Ben just hit on something at the break that I went, it's so good, I want to do it while it's top of mind, but we have to do Take on Woods. We got a Rindle Report coming up at 9. We got Jesse Agler coming up at 8:35.
We're slammed right now.
9:35. Don't forget to not miss it and be here with us at 9:35.
Stay tuned.
He asked a question, and I went, you just blew my mind, and I don't know the answer, but you're right. There's no debate.
Am I not right about this?
There is no debate on this. No debate. So 9:35, you're going to want to be here. I'll just give you the topic. The topic is dancing. It's dancing. So
and this is Ben's
thing. Idea, and I couldn't agree with him more.
All right, before we get to Take on Woods, this hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by IHOP. Introducing the IHOP Value Menu, where all your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big, filling sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP Value Menu, available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Sorry. I don't know why that's funny to me. That's a little disclaimer. $6, but $7 in some locations. Still seems like a pretty good deal to me. All right, Woodsy's left. Let's play Take on Woods. Sorry about that. All right, Take on Woods is brought to you by Bay Alarms, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and we got Al. Good morning, Al. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well, gentlemen.
All right, first-time player?
First-time player.
All right, welcome.
I love that.
As they say on the Gwen and Chris program, first-time play, yeah. All right, if you can beat our Ty Woods in 5 questions of musical trivia, you're going to qualify for our amazing grand prize this month. It is a trip to Las Vegas to see the Eagles at the Sphere. That show is on January 30th. You'll also get a 2-night stay at the Venetian Resort Las Vegas, a Vibey VIP package, and a $100 gas card. If you're interested in seeing the Eagles out there, check out Ticketmaster.com for tickets to their residency. Total of 48 shows through January 31st. All right, here are the categories you can choose from. Al, we've got A Sight for Sore Eyes. Those are oldies that all end in the word eyes, and those are all 2-second songs. We've got The Blank of Love. Those are 5 song titles that end in the word of love. And then we've got our new category, I Like Take on Woods. 5 song titles that include the phrase I like in the title. All right, so A Sight for Sore Eyes, The Blank of Love, or I Like Take on Woods. Al, what's it going to be?
Let's do A Sight for Sore Eyes.
A Sight for Sore Eyes. Okay, these are oldies, all at least 50 years old, and every single song title ends with the word eyes. We did an eyes category just a few days ago. This is a new one, but remember, they're all old, and they all end in the word eyes. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. Paulie will play the music, but you need to give me the song title and the artist to score each point. Al, are you ready to go?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, listen carefully. Your 60 seconds will start when Paul plays the music. The category is A Sight for Sore Eyes. Good luck, Al. Let's take on Woods.
Lion Eyes by the Eagles.
Correct. Song number 2.
I am yours. You are mine. You are what you are.
I'll pass.
Song number 3.
Doctor My Eyes by Dr. Hook.
Oh, Jackson Brown. Song number 4.
They ask me how I knew.
Pass.
Go to song number 5.
These Eyes by
All right, go back to song number 2.
I am yours. You are mine. You are what you are.
Simon and Garfunkel. Don't know the song.
Sounds like them. Let's go to song number 4. No, we're out of time. All right, you got Lion Eyes by the Eagles, and I think that's the only one that you ended up getting. These are some oldies.
Yeah.
Hey, it is for the trip to the Eagles. I don't know how Woods is going to do. The other answers are Sweet Judy Blue Eyes by Crosby, Stills, and Nash, not Simon and Garfunkel. Got Dr. My Eyes was Jackson Brown, though. Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by the Platters, and These Eyes by the Guess Who.
These eyes.
Let's bring in Woods. All right, this is a unique category to be sure. Woods doesn't get, all he gets is, though, that it's all 2-second songs. I will tell you that. All right, same 5 songs, same 60 seconds. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Al.
Peaceful, like Lion Eyes by the Eagles.
Correct. Song number 2.
I am yours. You are
Sweet
mine.
Judy Blue Eyes by CSN.
Correct. Song number 3.
Dr. My Eyes by Jackson Brown.
Correct. Song number 4.
They
Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by the Platters.
Wow. Song number 5.
Oh, These Eyes. You know what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
These Eyes by Three Dog Night.
It's the Guess Who, but that's a 4-1 win. Those are all over.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's super bad.
Super bad.
Oh my God, that kills
Those
me.
are all over 50 years old. That was pretty good, Woods. Sight for Sore Eyes. Al, thank you for playing, but Woods
you're
takes
Jimmy's
it down
buddy,
today.
the singer.
The singer. That scene murders me, Polly. Murders me.
You want some drugs? No way, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna sing.
You're
My
gonna
buddy drove
sing.
all the way
Yeah.
out here from Phoenix.
You're gonna
sing for him.
You're gonna
It's-
sing. That
Oh,
movie kills me. I'm watching that tonight. I'm watching it tonight. I just decided. God bless, that kills me.
I thought that might be tough just because those were all so old.
I like old music.
Very nicely done, though.
I love the Platters. I love that song.
I did
That
too.
song is just perfect.
That was
It's
one of my
beautiful,
favorite oldies.
Beautiful, beautiful oldie. Holy cow. We have a wrinkle, gentlemen. It's not a good one. Just got an email from Cox.
Uh-oh.
They're it's going to be down today. My internet and cable. We have an interview that I'm supposed to be doing with Sammy Hagar at 11 a.m. I don't know that I can be on it.
Well, you don't want me interviewing Sammy Hagar without you, do you?
I kind of do more than anything in the world. Like I really want to be there, but I also
the Ryder Cup this weekend.
I'll be devastated to not do it. That being said, you think if I use my phone on the network,
5G or something,
you think it'll work?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that.
You won't have as good of like mic quality.
Okay, but I'll have my AirPods.
Yeah,
which is
it'll be fine.
Decent. Okay, it'll be fine. Okay, good.
Yes, on a computer with a real microphone plugged in would be better, but if that's what we got, that's what we got.
Okay. All right. When I got that email, it's like, no, it's going to be out today as we're working.
So I'm told
area.
you're some sort of singer.
Like part of me wishes that it didn't work and you had to go through it. Just to watch you panic a little bit.
What was the name of the band you were in again?
She's like Van Halen.
Oh, they German?
Unbelievable. Dutch, actually. I want to.
Cry every night for you.
So good. So anyway.
All right, let's take a time out because we got Jesse Agler on the other side.
Somebody said I have to interview him at Starbucks. All right, we'll figure it out. Let's get Jesse Agler.
Last regular season conversation with the voice of the Padres. It is coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3. The Fan. First, though, I want to tell you about my daily fantasy spot. It is Prize Picks. All you have to do is set your lineups with 2 to 6 players and win real money by picking against the numbers. Stat projections, you're just picking more or less, and make sure you use the big discount max projections. We've got the max discount for Jalen Hurts, discounted to 1 passing yard for the Philadelphia-Tampa Bay game this Sunday. So pick more, add it into a lineup, and win real money with Prize Picks. It's fun. It's easy. When you download the app, they're going to get you started with $50 in free play and lineups. After you play your first $5 lineup, just use the code KWFN, and you'll have that opportunity right away. So code KWFN when you download the Prize Picks app to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Also on Prize Picks, you can use stacks now. This is new. I'm just kind of learning about this myself. You can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. So you could do like Josh Allen passing yards, rushing yards, touchdowns. If you think he's going to have a big game, pick them all in the same lineup at the same time. Only Prize Picks offers that, and that's a new way to go. But, you're going to be watching sports anyway, so baseball, football, whatever it is, just set your fantasy lineups and win real money. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Can't believe if we have come to the end. I mean, it's not the end, but, it's the end of the regular season. Last week, last 4 games for the Padres. They got a day game today, 1:10. First pitch, 12:10 Eco Water SoCal pregame show. Enjoy as much Jesse and Tony as you can, because when you get to the postseason, and the Padres will be there, you don't know when it's going to end.
That's right. That's right. And Jesse will be working during the postseason because he always does.
That's right. Unlike the television guys, just
go
take it off. Just go sit in the suite and wave once a game and
suck down hot dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Jesse hard at work in the postseason. We will talk to Jesse Agler one last time in the regular season after traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This traffic report is brought to you by the kids of Caltrans. Jam-packed westbound on the 8 as you approach the 15. This is all because of a crash. And on the northbound side of the 805, you're hitting those brakes from the 54 all the way up to the 8. And stop-and-go delays northbound on the 5 from the 54 all the way up to the 94.
My mom, my papa, my daddy works for Caltrans on the freeway, right next to speeding cars.
Please be careful.
Be alert. Be work zone alert. Brought to you by the kids of Caltrans.
This is the time, though. Jesse wants to be working as much as possible, as many games as he can possibly get in the rest of the season, because you don't want it to be over. Good morning, Jesse.
Oh, good morning, guys. Yeah, let's run this thing through about Halloween. Why not?
Sounds so good to me, my friend. Do you have any? So I was watching the other night, the celebration, the clinching. Now, I didn't see you down in there. I did see Tony. He was down there getting some audio.
He was anchoring in the booth.
You were anchoring in the booth. All I heard was, okay.
Sammy doesn't do post game. It's not normal.
That's right.
Jesse kind of holds court.
You hold the fort down on the radio.
Jesse or Tony's down in the booth, and they're like, "Hey, we got Ryan O'Hearn here."
Do you have FOMO? Do you get FOMO?
No, not at all. I mean, it's cool down there, and I make my way down there after we sign off. But it's a lot of fun. I like that. It's kind of a little different thing we get to do. We started it this way in 2022 because obviously in 2020 there wasn't like a locker room celebration we had access to.
Right.
And so yeah, it's kind of neat. Like Tony heads down either in the 9th inning or right after the game ends and gets himself set up down there, and then I just kind of kill time until he's ready to go, and we fling it back and forth between the clubhouse and upstairs, and it's fun. I think really good radio. I've gotten a lot of great feedback, both this week and in previous seasons from people who are listening. I think it sounds really big. It's cool that we have like the technology to be able to kind of pull it off the way that we do. And, it's one of those things I'm proud of the way we handle it. And Tony just does such an excellent job with the interviews down there. I know you guys have been playing him the last couple of days.
Yes, he crushed it.
He crushes that. Yeah, he crushes that. So it's fun to listen to those. It's fun to kind of comment on those. And then it's like, by the time I finish, saying my piece about whatever AJ Preller just said, during my year saying, all right, Tony's got Manny, and we fling it back down there. So hey, look, I don't know how many more celebrations we're going to have this year. Hopefully like 4 or 5. But tune in, stay tuned in after the game to the radio because that coverage, not to toot our own horn, it's really good. And Tony does an excellent job.
I've got a question, Jesse.
And thanks for listening, Woods.
Oh, you're welcome.
I
was laying in bed watching it on television.
I got most of it on social media that night, actually. So I saw a ton of Tony, but I didn't hear a lot of Jesse at the end of the game. But I'm glad you were part of it. But speaking of being part of it, clearly, we feel a connection to the Padres. We host a show on the flagship station. We talk about them every morning, but we're not employees. We're not part of the team. Now, you're an employee. You're part of the team. How much do you feel, and how much do they make you feel part of it? I know Mike Schilt goes out of his way to thank, all of his, coaches, AAA coaches he was talking about yesterday, all the people that kind of make this possible as a member of the organization. How much pride do you kind of take in the success of the team at this level, like reaching the postseason?
It's probably a more complicated answer than you might expect.
Yeah.
So first part, yes, like they make us feel very much a part of it. And by they, I mean, the people we work for on the business side, but also the baseball operations folks. And from that, I mean, AJ and his crew in the front office, guys like Josh Stein and Nick Ennis, but also, Mike and his staff and the coaching staff. People will come up to you and say, congratulations. And my immediate response is always, yo, I didn't do nothing. I told people what you guys were doing. But they really all do. That's the culture of the place. Go out of their way, to make sure we feel like we're a part of it. But do I take pride in any sort of personal way? Absolutely not, because I didn't do a single thing to help this team win a game at any point this year. But I am incredibly happy for everybody I work for and who I work with. I am proud of them. I am impressed by them. But do I take any personal pride from it? No, because I didn't do anything. But is it satisfying? Is it fun? Is it wonderful to be around? Of course, absolutely. But none of that is about me. And I think every announcer realizes that. But we're kind of lucky to be attached to it. We're like, what are the things that hang onto the side of the shark? That's what we are, and we get to ride, this wave that they're creating, and we're so lucky to be able to do that.
I think you do part of it, and you don't give yourself enough credit, Jesse. I mean, you would say Eric Grupner's executive assistant, didn't do anything to win games on the field, but it takes everybody kind of pulling together. You help create excitement among the fan base, which then, helps create attendance at Petco Park, which helps, fuel payroll for the Padres to get better players to come in who then go on the field. I mean, it's all connected in one way or another.
Yeah, that's a very nice thing to say. And there's some truth to that, I'm sure. And it definitely takes everybody, kind of pulling on the rope in the same direction and being led to do so. But, for me specifically, being around the players and the coaches and the staff, all of whom work unbelievably hard every single day. It's very hard for me to take any credit, even in my own mind, for anything that they accomplish. But you're right. I mean, everything that everybody does matters. And that's part of how we get to where we are as an organization. And it's an incredibly wonderful time, as everybody knows, to be a Padre fan and certainly to be somebody who's lucky enough to work for the team.
I think I pissed Mike Schilt off so much this year. I probably cost us 3 or 4 wins. So I'd like to apologize for that right now.
Give a -4 WAR.
My broadcaster WAR is like negative. We'd actually be in the lead for the West right now if I hadn't made him mad on 3 or 4 separate occasions. I think he managed maybe a little differently that night because he was so mad at me. But listen, you take the good with the bad, Jesse. Any end of the year traditions for you, the broadcaster of the team? I mean, honestly, it's going to be great being at home, and then you'll be on the road again. But any traditions for you at the end of the year?
Not really. That's interesting. I've never really thought about it. I might have some things that I do that I don't realize. I'll cop to one thing. If there's nothing to play for on Saturday and or Sunday, like the last 2 days of this season, I will, for the only time all year, give myself a little bit of a break in my notes preparation on the opposing starting pitcher. I'll kind of like not go as deep as I usually do. That's like my one little thing I won't do. I'll do like 80% of what I would normally do on the opposing starter. And you know what? Like, I'll be fine. Like, that's kind of my one little thing, especially the Sunday day game,
Yes.
early. I'm like, all right, maybe I won't go quite as deep on Brandon Pfaadt as I normally would, or whoever it is. But if the game matters, then I'm going to treat it the way I treated the other 161. But like that's it. It's funny because I was actually looking back at my end of year notes from last year, and I noticed that the last game against Arizona on Sunday, it was like I was like, oh, I didn't do as much. And then I remembered like thinking to myself, you know what, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to allow myself this second cup of coffee instead of diving deep on the Diamondback starter we've already seen 3 times.
He writes a right-handed pitcher. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Here's his record.
Fastball, curveball.
Go full Bob Uecker, Major League. This segment brought to you by.
I don't know. I
can't find it. Hell with it.
But I think one of the cool thing about being around big leaguers is that you learn an awful lot about work ethic. You learn an awful lot about what it takes to sort of survive the grind of the season. And for me, one of the things I've picked up on and really hung on tight to over the course of my career is that really, with that one little sort of half exception, the consistency is the key to survival.
Yeah.
And doing the same thing and having the routine. Now, being able to be, nimble enough that if the routine has to change, you can. But generally, being as prepared as possible every single day, no matter what the standings look like, no matter what the record is, no matter how quote unquote important the game might be, that's the way to build the good habits. That's the way to kind of make your way through it. So I'm gonna do my thing pretty much no matter what.
Jesse Agler is with us now. Padres have won 4 games in a row. Certainly seeing some good signs from the ball club. Just give me your impression of the last couple of days and whether we should take these as perhaps something to give us some hope going into October.
It's so funny because I think that's sort of like the biggest, most interesting conversation we could be having about this team, maybe aside from like who are the starting pitchers going to be, in games, 1, 2, and et cetera throughout the postseason. But, does it matter, how you're playing at the end? And look, the cliche, of course, is that you want to go in hot. But I think you look back generally at teams who have made deep runs, there's not necessarily a rhyme or reason to it in terms of how you end the regular season. This feels better. Don't get me wrong. This feels way better to be playing good baseball right now. If they kind of stumbled in losing 5 out of 6, I think we would all feel a little bit uneasy about it. And so of course the inverse is true as well. But I'm a pretty big believer in that the day the playoffs start, very little that happened previously matters. We'll talk about stuff that previously happened because it's interesting and it's notable, but I don't know that it's predictive. Let's say the Padres win today. They will have gone 5-1 against the Brewers this year. When the teams meet up in the NLDS, is that predictive of the Padres? They're going to continue to win 5 out of every 6 against Milwaukee?
Nope.
No, I don't think so. That's just not how it works. So I think, there's a huge red reset button that'll get hit on Sunday night, and so little of this is going to end up mattering. Think about the Padres and the Dodgers in 2022.
Yep.
I mean, the Dodgers absolutely dominated the Padres that regular season. Did that matter in the NLDS? Obviously not. The Padres won that series, and in 4 games. So, I mean, it definitely feels good to see them playing well right now. It's better than the alternative, but in terms of spinning that forward into the postseason, I don't know that it really means all that much, but it's definitely great to see. You love good habits. You love good at-bats. You love seeing, on an individual level, maybe, like Ryan O'Hearn heating back up. Yes. That feels really good because that is the sort of thing that can carry forward. But in terms of wins and losses and the bigger picture, I don't know that it's necessarily a huge deal.
And if it plays out all of us kind of think it will. It's going to be the Cubs. We all kind of agree. That's the best percentage. And I know you guys are math guys. It's either going to be here or it's going to be there. Let's say, just for the purposes of this conversation, Jesse, it's at Wrigley Field. What are your kind of impressions of how the Padres will match up at Wrigley Field in that atmosphere with that brick wall last night that spooked Juan Soto so bad that it cost his team 2 runs? I mean, it is a different place entirely. You've called many, many games there. Kind of what are your thoughts about going maybe potentially back to Chicago at Wrigley to take on the Cubs? They're a good team.
It would be a lot of fun. Certainly you'd prefer to host it, and that's very much in play. But yeah, if we end up going there, look, it's probably going to be a little cool. Maybe get some day games in there based on other matchups, and TV will decide that, obviously. But
your preference. It's going to be preference, by the way. Your preference.
Yes. Warmer, better. Yes.
Warmer, better. Earlier,
day
or
game
night?
versus night game?
No, I don't care. I don't care. I mean, whatever, look, Wrigley Day games are special. I think playoff day games, this is going to be a weird tangent, but like playoff day games are very romantic to me because you get like that fall lighting. Everything's a little more golden in the air. The shadows come a little bit earlier. And it's sort of like this mental cue if you're a baseball fan that, hey, this is a big game. Like you just know that because of the lighting. Maybe that's just me being a psychopath, but like that's something I feel. Yeah. So I think that's really special and that's really fun. And I always enjoy that. So, but yeah, no, I don't have necessarily a preference, but yeah, going there would be fun. Look, the Padres, I think, this version of the Padres, back to, let's call it 22, is a team that really feeds off of energy. And I think that's part of why they play as well as they do at home, with all the sellout crowds and what are they, 48 and 28 at home now, something like that. And so even going into a hostile road environment, I think that they would feed off that. And I think they would enjoy that. I think that would energize them. I think, some of the times this year when the team has maybe not looked as energetic, it's been in places like Minnesota, in, White Sox, when there's not a ton of people there and it's just kind of blah. So I think there probably is something to that for this particular Padre team. I think they would feed off that energy. And look, Wrigley, it is a magical place. Like if you're a religious person or not, but you're a baseball fan, like it feels almost borderline like a religious experience going there for a big game.
No doubt.
It really is so special. And yeah, I mean, if you're talking about potential playoff venues, that's got to be near the top of anybody's list.
They're going to be nuts because they haven't been there in 5 years. So that's something.
And no fans last time they were there.
Oh, that's right. 2020. So it's been a long time.
My heart's racing right now. I can't wait.
At the beginning of the season, we weren't sure whether we were going to bring back the incorporator, but you were all in. So we did it again. I'm glad we did. It's provided tons of enjoyment for the tier ones all year long. So we want to thank you. And we're going to finish it up this year. We don't do the incorporator in the playoffs. So this is the last one of the regular season, a rare day game incorporator. Haven't had many of those since it's Wednesday. Happy Rosh Hashanah to you as well. Thank you for coming in on a Wednesday. But this one seems perfectly appropriate to encapsulate the entire season of the incorporator. So, Paulie?
Stultiloquence.
Oh, my God.
Stultiloquence.
Stultiloquence.
I'll even slow it down.
Slow it down.
Quins.
Why did you go with?
That's how they did it. I didn't do it.
Why did you go with the
Argentinian or
sexy
something?
Spanish?
That's
man?
how they. That's how it came.
Stultiloquence.
Stultiloquence.
Foolish, senseless, or silly talk.
Silly talk.
Oh, that's great. That's a great. Was that a Major Garrett word?
Yes,
or
it
is
is.
that
You know that.
The last 5 have all been from Major Garrett. He gave us like 20.
Yeah, he's now my official nemesis with the incorporator.
It's all silly talk, though, when it's the incorporator, so you're getting it officially. Stultiloquence.
Stultiloquence. I want everything done in that guy's voice.
Quins. Stultiloquence.
Don't let my wife hear this guy. Like, don't let any of our wives hear this guy. He's incredible. Did you put in sexy Latino man?
How'd you know?
Like,
That's exactly what I typed in.
All right, Jesse.
AI can do anything.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Have a good broadcast this afternoon
Thank you, buddy.
and a good final series coming up, and then hopefully a nice long playoff run. Thank you.
Hey, let's say this: if we're not going to do it in the postseason, if they get to the World Series, let's do a World Series.
Yes. Maybe one of Ben's favorite drops.
Something.
Anything you want.
All right.
Oh, don't tempt me. You'll end up saying Big Hooters or something on the broadcast.
Hooter research.
Boy, the Owls here at Yankee Stadium are really loud tonight.
Big Hooters out here.
Thanks, Jesse.
Big boppers.
Jesse Agler, the incorporator. Again,
Loose cannabis.
1-10 today in the World
Pound
Series.
Pound Town.
Stroganoff.
We can go for hours.
Paulie's got a Rindle Report, and don't forget, 9:35.
Poop spray.
Dancing on 97.3 The Fan. Final hour of Ben and Woods on a Wednesday. Got a very busy, Polly and I were just discussing, very busy show tomorrow with Sammy Levitt, Eno Saris, my buddy Matt Janella. Our buddy's going to join us, talk a little. Ryder Cup is starting on Friday. In fact, they've moved the opening ceremonies of the Ryder Cup to today. It's supposed to be tomorrow, but bad weather in the forecast in New York at Bethpage Black. They want to do it today when it's not supposed to be so rainy.
So give me the layout again.
All right, so the Ryder Cup, U.S. versus Europe every other year. It alternates. So the last one was held in Italy. We got smoked. Got smoked 2 years ago by the Europeans. This year it's at Bethpage Black. It's expected to be maybe the most raucous, loud golf tournament ever.
What part of New York is it?
It's on Long Island. Public course. It's like the Torrey Pines of New York. It's a public. You show up early, 4 a.m. You can get off at tea time. It's only like $80 to play, but it's a U.S. Open course. It's held the U.S. Open, PGA Championship, and my buddy who's played it says it is impossible. It's
my dad played it.
Such a hard course. The rough is long, the fairways are narrow.
So
it's very difficult.
It's going to be a bunch of drunken Long Islanders.
Yes, screaming for Team USA, and if things goes bad, maybe booing Team USA.
Man.
Obviously, U.S. is led by Scotty Scheffler, undisputed #1 player in the world, but after that, it's not quite as a deep of a squad as you'd like.
It starts Friday.
So Friday and Saturday are foursomes and four balls, they call them. But basically, it's alternate shot in the morning, and you got 4 matches. So you got 2 players who just I hit the tee shot, then you hit the fairway shot, and then you just keep alternating all the way through. It's match play. So other team does the same thing, and whoever wins the most holes wins
do you
the
hear him
match.
talking about this right now?
And a
No,
point.
I haven't been listening.
And then the afternoon is 4 ball, which is just best ball, where you play your own ball, and the best score is for your team. So they play that for They play that for 2 days, and your score is going to be someone's going to take a little bit of a lead, but then it's all decided on Sunday
So it's just a 3-day event.
All 12 players on Sunday play a singles match, and they draw it like almost like a fantasy draft. Like the first player goes, "All right, I'm putting Scotty Scheffler out first," and then the captain Luke Donald for Europe says, "I will match with Rory McIlroy against him." But it's all strategy. Like, do you want to put your best player against their best, or do you want to put one or maybe your weaker players against their best?
He's probably going to lose.
He's probably going to lose anyway, so let's do it. So then they alternate, like, okay, then I'm going to put Justin Rose up, and he'll say, "Oh, we're going to put Russell Henley against him." And that's how they decide the matches for the last day. And there's a draw every day for the different pairings, and you have to figure out who's going to play well together. And like alternate shots, weird, because you hit a ball, you may be a big hitter, but if your partner is not that big of a hitter, it's like, I'm not used to being this far out in the fairway or this far back. So you got to kind of match them up well.
I did this.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Paulie. Nothing I could do.
What have you guys been talking about?
I
Ryder Cup.
I got him started on it, and I instantly regretted it. I just wanted to know how many days
serious
it was.
question.
Yes.
Serious question.
3 is the answer that you wanted, I think.
If we turned on our microphones at 6:01 this morning.
Yes.
And Woods and I turned off our microphones and just sat back. How long could you talk about
the Ryder Cup?
Like preview the Ryder Cup?
40 minutes.
You could,
could
you
not
do
the
an
whole
hour?
show. I don't think I do the whole show.
Did you do an hour?
But yeah, we could dive deep into the potential
By
matchups.
we, you mean
and
you.
Me.
Yes.
All right. The answer is 3 days.
3 days.
That's what you wanted to know.
That's what I wanted.
It's a 3-day competition.
I just wanted to know it's best ball. How do they do it?
Alternate shot, best ball, and then singles.
Oh, God. I can't wait, though. It's fun. It's a blast
It
to
is.
watch.
It's
a
pretty,
blast to watch.
it's a different kind of pressure.
It's a different kind of pressure.
I think that's what makes it, for me, intriguing. It's not you can let yourself down in a tournament.
Sure.
It's like, whatever.
I screwed up.
Yeah, messed up.
This is
That's
a
on
team,
me.
a country.
Letting down your partner, your country, your team. It's different.
It's great.
It's not just not what you usually see in golf.
It's going to be so freaking loud and obnoxious.
It will be.
All right, Paulie, take us away.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Rindle Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Rindle Report with Paul Rindle.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Rindle Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
It's the Rindle Report, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. You know, I actually want to go off script here. Just heard in the open there, the Matthew McConaughey clip. I love it. You're ready.
Bless the mood.
Did you guys see what he said the other day? He was he made some headlines. He was doing an interview, I believe, and he said that the key to a successful marriage is a smaller bed.
I saw this, a queen size
He
bed.
said
I
him
saw
and his wife,
this.
they have a queen size bed. And there's something like, yeah, you know, we used to have that king
That big
size
old
bed,
king.
and she'd be 12 feet over there.
It's
Queen
not
bed, we're practically on top of each
a
other.
queen bed. Would make me sick. It would make me sick.
Agree.
Imagine your wife's burlap robe rubbing up against your legs and back all night long.
Here it is. I got the story here, Matthew. I was not planning on doing this. I heard the
I'm
bless
glad you
the
did
mood.
because I saw it and I went, he's out of his mind.
said,
He's out of his
I
mind.
wake up one morning, I'm looking over there, and Camilla's like a football field away, man. Then you go to bed at night, like you want to snuggle up, and well, we've got to cover you up. Come about 12 feet, and I'll come 12 feet. You're like, man, this damn king size bed is not good for the marriage, man. Get rid of that SOB. So we got a queen size where we're shoulder to shoulder. I'm telling you, it's good for your marriage. I think looking like Matthew McConaughey is good for your marriage.
Yeah. When you take your shirt off and you look like him, I'm sure she wants to be next to you. When you look like me, that's why you wear a burlap robe and a sweatsuit to bed every night.
I remember we had a queen bed like early in the marriage.
You
We had
are
a small
9
bedroom.
feet tall.
I know, and it was tight. And I remember
Did your legs hang off
I
the
remember when
side?
we were finally able to upgrade. What a absolute luxury it was! Like, oh my, there's so much room. It's so nice.
How did we live without it? Elisa says she had a queen bed and she's getting divorced right now. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, Paulie, that's a brilliant, salient point that you make. You're Matthew McConaughey. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not. So I don't know that
He's not used to getting pushed away like the rest of us are. Like,
just
back on your side.
Hands
Back
slapped.
on your side.
Back on your side.
I'm pretty sure Matthew McConaughey could bring somebody home, and if he had like
a twin,
a twin bed with no cover, no sheets on it,
just a mattress, doo-doo mattress.
I'm pretty sure he still gets lucky. I don't know.
Big old pee stain at the bottom from a cat or something.
I don't think it has to do with a king size bed or a queen size.
Yeah, that's not what saved your marriage, pal.
That's just me.
Okay.
All right. I got one sports story for you, and then I got some stupid criminal news that we'll get into. Yesterday in college football, how about our old friend Mike Gundy? Got the axe from Oklahoma State. He was fired. He was the second longest tenured FBS head coach. He had been there since he's in his 21st season.
That's a tough convo, I imagine.
They fell to 1-2. They lost to Tulsa last week, 19-12. Things just not going right. It says here, Cowboy football reached an unprecedented level of success and national prominence under Coach Gundy's leadership. I believe I speak for OSU fans everywhere when I say that we are grateful for all he did to raise the standard and show us all what is possible for Oklahoma State football. I think when you think Mike Gundy, of course, the only thing you think of is
come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me.
That's not 40 anymore. That was a long time
He
ago.
sounded a little crazy, but he went on to really believe that was one of the things that helped build his program. That, you know, that kind of passion
100%
to protect his players and his kids, like, was good for recruiting.
No doubt. No doubt.
Definitely one of a kind.
He was character,
very,
man.
very unique.
What about the Twitter drop is always my favorite. Do we
I give a rat's ass about Twitter.
So good.
So he's like, they asked a question. He's like, huh? Who said that? He's like,
It was on Twitter.
Somebody on Twitter.
I give a rat's ass about Twitter.
That's a tough combo to have, I imagine. He's
21 years.
It's one of those, he is the school. You think of Oklahoma City, you think of Mike, who else do you think of? Right? Like, currently.
The argument is, do you honor the contribution,
the legacy.
Just say, you know what? I know it's a down season or two, but let's ride it out. You're our guy. I mean, could you see like if San Diego State basketball had a bad season or two?
Yeah.
Couldn't get rid of Brian Dutcher, would you? You
But
couldn't.
it's been a few.
You wait to the end of the year and then you ask him to retire.
You say you don't really want to work here anymore, do you? That's how they fire you.
Speaking of Tulsa, Sports Talk on the Fan presented by Paramount Plus. Sylvester Stallone back in the original hit series Tulsa King. This season, Dwight faces his most dangerous adversaries yet, forcing him to fight for everything he's built to protect his empire. Watch the new season of Tulsa King, now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.
That was brilliant,
You're welcome.
my friend. Brilliant radio.
How do you follow that?
You can't. You really, really can't.
Jeez. All right, that's it for sports. Some stupid criminal news. Yeah, we will talk about poop spray here in just a minute. But I also saw this one. Now, Woodsy, we've been over the DoorDash sagas with you over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever sign up for DoorDash Premium?
Yes.
Finally?
Thank you.
Have you saved hundreds
thousands
and hundreds
of dollars? Thousands. Bought a new car.
All right. Well, you use DoorDash more than anybody I know. So this could be some news you can use. Don't order murder supplies via DoorDash.
I never would.
What are murder supplies?
No murders planned.
I think we as a society have gotten very used to, same day delivery or maybe 2-day shipping at the worst.
Yeah.
DoorDash, not just for food. You can get, not appliances, but you can get stuff from any store that is on DoorDash. You have it delivered in, an hour.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever had DoorDashed? Have you ever had anything that wasn't food?
Weird? I don't think so.
Have you ever ordered anything that wasn't food?
No, I don't even do groceries.
I don't like that either. But my wife did something recently.
We've just done food.
I think I've just done food as well.
Yeah. I don't really.
They're always trying to entice you to double up
diapers,
with something else.
I think.
No,
once.
you know what? I'm almost positive. I get sick maybe once a year, but when I get sick, me and Megan are both down at the exact same time. We both get sick together, and we DoorDash medicine. You can have Tylenol or something from CVS delivered. Anyways, earlier this week, a DoorDash driver had to call police. This was in Texas, Sweetwater, Texas. You know where that
Houston,
is?
I think.
Okay.
I think.
He had a very strange delivery request that popped up onto his DoorDash. Now, we don't have the complete list of items because this is being investigated by police. But they're reporting that some of the items on the list included trash bags.
Okay, normal.
Not too crazy.
Yeah.
None of these are crazy.
Right.
Well, there may be
together.
one. But when they're all together, it's really weird.
Trash
bags,
okay.
Zip ties, bleach, a hatchet, and more. It's all
and more. Coming up next, the hatchet.
There's a 42-year-old man in Texas placed the order on DoorDash for all of these to be picked up and dropped off to his home.
You have to throw in some cinnamon toast crunch just to throw them off the scent. Other things.
This was all delivered to his motel room, and instead of DoorDash, police showed up.
His motel room.
I'm out of trash bags. I'm doing some laundry.
I got to cut this tree down at this motel. It's obstructing my view out of this motel.
So he's expecting
the
DoorDash.
Motel does change a little bit.
Yes, the motel makes it way different. What? He says, what are you talking about? Here's the thing. The zip ties. Yeah, I'm literally doing yard work. I'm zip tying these two together. I'm chopping this one down, and then I'm putting the remnants in this trash bag. What are we talking about? I'm bleaching my sheets.
Housekeeping's a little
disgusting
suspect at this motel.
It gets crazier. Cops show up at his door. He's expecting DoorDash. It's police. They ask him to open up. He refuses. He warns officers that he's armed. They force their way in. They find a hostage in this motel room.
Oh, my God.
They were rescued. Let's see here. No word on their
the
identity.
DoorDash
yet.
driver who reported is a hero.
He's a hero. Absolutely.
100% context clues hero.
The man was arrested for aggravated kidnapping, and there may be additional charges because they don't know exactly what he was planning to do, but you can draw your own conclusions. So I guess if you're going to murder somebody in your weird little motel room in Sweetwater, Texas, don't have the...
Just go to Walmart by yourself.
If he hadn't been so lazy.
Yeah, lazy. He's the
he might
lazy
have gotten
killer.
away with
Yeah. My DoorDash guy calls my wife and tells her, "Oh yes, he did double dash again. He did get a McFlurry and Jersey Mike's at the same time."
The end of the story here, it talks about how people are actually split. Like we all just said, that driver is a hero, but other people, and maybe just to be contrarians, they're saying, "I don't know. Do you really want your DoorDash driver looking at every item on your order and them determining whether or not it's suspicious or weird?"
He calls my doctor. I know he's on statins for his cholesterol. Just so you know, the 2 cheeseburger meal was ordered today. Let me ask you guys a question. And this is an argument we have at home a lot because we DoorDash a lot. Hannah will go, "What do you want for dinner?" I go, I don't know. She says, "I don't know either." She goes, "I'm going to get this." And I go, "I don't want that." And then so I will go, "I'll just get something on my own." God. She flips out. What's the difference? Well, who cares? Like if you want Chinese and I want Surf Brothers, who cares?
I've come up with the best idea ever, and they should add it to DoorDash. Let the Dasher decide.
Dasher decides.
Dasher decision. I need dinner for 4. Dasher,
your choice.
Decide.
Here's my budget.
Your choice. Here's my budget. You decide what we're having.
That's pretty genius.
Dasher decision.
I'm getting like an Indian food, which I don't eat.
Take your chances.
Dasher.
I've got
roulette.
I got $60. I need food for 2 adults and 2 children. Just hit the button that says Dasher decide.
All right. It's a great concept, and I would probably do it for funsies. They can base it on the things that you've already ordered.
Perhaps,
normal things. But again, why does she get mad at me if she wants pickup sticks? And I'm like, I don't want pickup sticks. I want chicken teriyaki from Surf Brothers. She's like, well, then we all have to get Surf. No, we don't. That's the beauty
double
of
dash.
Yeah, I don't even double dash it. What's the what does she get so upset about? Because she wants something, and I go, I don't want Mexican or whatever. I'm going to get this, and you can't order. You can't just do it on your own. Why? Why do you get so?
It's not
mad?
like you get a discount if you order more from one place,
right? We're like, let's say the all-in is $75. You're spending $45. I'm spending $35, or whatever it is. It's the same thing. It's just complaining to complain. Nicholas says my wife's like this with everything. I feel you, dude. It drives me nuts. I'm like, if I don't want what you want, and vice versa. If you don't want what I want, I'm going to get what I want. I've been eating this place called Sweet Greens. I finally found this salad that is so good and it's so filling and healthy. She doesn't like it. So I'm like, I'm getting Sweet Greens tonight. And it makes her mad. I just don't understand why she's mad. Any ideas? Would you get mad?
I don't think I'd get mad.
You would.
If it cost me more, I would get mad. But if it didn't cost more, I'd say get whatever you want.
you.
Paulie, can you hold the last story? I know.
Yeah, you want to wait for tomorrow?
No, for the next segment.
What is it?
Yeah, it's
poop spray.
Poop spray. All right. We've got time. We just need to take a quick time out, take care of some business, and then we'll come back and finish the Rindle Report with the last story.
I'm glad to know that I'm not alone. Everyone is saying their wife does the same thing to them. Kurt says, then I say, all right, fine, you're on your own, and all hell breaks loose, is what he said. Yes.
What me and Megan might do is like, I'm not picky. Like, I'll find something at just about any place.
I will not.
So it's more like
she will not.
You just like what sounds good to you.
Yeah, but
then I will find something on the menu.
But Megan doesn't want to make that decision, though, and Hannah doesn't want to make that decision.
Yeah,
it's infuriating. Yeah. If I didn't have to worry about what she wanted to eat, I would be 6'1", 185. No question. It's so much easier to do it for one than it is for 4, right? Like to eat healthy on your own is much easier if you don't have to worry about what everybody else is doing. That's all I'm saying.
Speaking of eating healthy,
dynamite dropped in.
It's time for me.
He's just thinking about
segue the entire time. That's all I do. Yeah, it is time for me to tell you about SDFatLoss.com. If you want to be 6'1", 185, Woods, I've got a way you can get there.
Yeah,
you
get divorced is the only way I can do it.
No, you can lose up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days with SDFatLoss.com. If you start the program now, you can lose that weight before Thanksgiving. No worries about any New Year's resolutions. You'll already be the best version of you thanks to SDFatLoss.com. And by the way, you can eat real foods. You can even DoorDash things and eat on SDFatLoss.com because they don't ask you to buy any shakes or bars or pre-prepared meals. It's all about real food like steak and chicken and vegetables. Get your sweet greens if you want it. Absolutely, you can make things work from restaurants for you as well. You don't have to exercise. No injections necessary. And, yeah, it works. I mean, look at my colleagues. Look at Chris. Look at Scraby. Tony Gwynn Jr.'s done the program. John, Jess down the hall at KSON. I think inside the building we've lost about 300, 400 pounds already. And Tier 1s, we're in the thousands of pounds of success stories in San Diego. You could be the next success story. Simply get your free consultation at sdfatloss.com. Make sure you mention my name, Ben, from 97.3 The Fan. Get $200 off, but that offer ends on September 30th at sdfatloss.com. That's sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort.
I have no problem with the 2-segment Rindle Report, actually.
Why?
I know. I like it. We were having fun in the last segment. Now we get to stretch it for another segment.
2-second Rindle Report.
Segment.
Easy.
Two-segment
I'm like,
Rindle
I know
Report.
you hate the Rindle Report, but he'd
like, all right, Paulie.
All right, see you later.
I'm loving it today. We got DoorDash. We got bed sizes. We've got Mike Gundy. It's just been fun.
Been great.
And it's not over yet.
Wild. You actually sent this one over.
did.
I had seen it, and yeah, when you send something over that we had already thought about, I'm like, here we go. Benny, you sent over the story. The headline just reads, assistant teacher arrested for stinking up school with poop spray.
Yep.
It's a 32-year-old assistant teacher in South Carolina. He was arrested for spraying the school that he worked at with this aerosol can of like poop smelling.
Yeah, like fart spray.
Yeah. Designed to imitate fecal odor. And he was spraying it using the air conditioning system.
So through the vents. And
Yeah.
stuff. As a prank?
And kids were like getting sick. This was going on over a month.
Oh, he was doing it for I thought he did it as like a one-time
No. This was like the slow play. He was doing it for over a month-long span.
He's like a sadist.
And he made kids sick, and $55,000 in damages to the AC unit and everything like that. His mugshot was released. I'll show that on the stream. And if anybody's watching on YouTube,
he looks like a guy.
Kind of looks like a guy that might do something
through
like
the
that.
vents. How do you why did you hire that guy at an elementary school? That's the first question I asked.
Actually, my first question: why does this even product exist?
For bits. I would never.
Now we see what happens when people want to do bits. They cause $55,000 in damage.
Yeah, we had some of those stink bombs
but if they're designed well, the scent should dissipate quite quickly and not make people sick.
Yeah,
and not linger and cause damage. Someone has done a bad job designing their prank smell here.
He's clearly trying to hurt kids. This is not a bit that he was like, hey, watch this. This is going to be really funny.
Right.
And I'm going to prank the school and everyone's going to smell poop.
So he was arrested last week on charges of disturbing schools and malicious injury to property with a value of over $10,000, booked, held on $9,000 bond. No idea yet on like the actual motive, unless he just wanted to be weird and
he's trying to hurt kids.
Yeah. But yeah, it says here,
but he works there too, so he has to smell it as well. It's not a smart prank in any way.
Hey, watch this. I'm going to punch myself in the nuts over and over and over. Isn't this funny?
Investigators allege Lewis used the spray on multiple occasions and over time, resulting in a disruption of the school, children requiring medical attention for respiratory issues, and requiring the school to incur an expenditure of over $55,000 for inspection and damage to the school's air conditioning system.
I'm looking at him, and I don't like the cut of his jib. Check his hard drive. That's all I'm saying. And so there's something wrong with
search
that
history.
Dude. Yeah, check his hard drive.
Juan in the chat says, when I was a kid, we threw fart bombs at cars with open windows.
It's dangerous.
It's rude.
It's very dangerous. Yeah, there's so many things I did when I was a kid I'm not proud of.
But you said it right there. When I was a kid.
When I was a
There's
kid. He's a grown-ass
man working at a school.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yep. Thank you, Paulie.
You're welcome.
Double Rindle Report.
All right. I know you've been waiting on this. So when we come back,
people are going to be be mad. We
were talking about a wedding.
Yeah, a wedding. And there's something.
Dancing happens at weddings.
And Ben had a question that it blew my mind.
That is coming up in the final segment of Ben and Woods. We can also look ahead to today's matchup. Afternoon series finale. Padres going for the sweep of the Milwaukee Brewers. It is all coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. We're no longer kids, though. We're trying to be responsible adults. And you know what responsible adults do, Woods? They take care of their family, even after they're gone, by laying out their wishes and getting a trust or a will from trustandwill.com.
Yeah, they make it very simple. And these days, really,
I did not want to go down and contact an attorney, and my wife and I go down there on a Wednesday afternoon, sit there for 3 hours and divvy things up. I just went online, did it right then just to make sure that I had it done. Make sure you get a trust as well. Keeps your family out of probate court. It's a very, very lengthy, expensive process, and it's just kind of a grind. Not kind of, it's definitely a grind. But you definitely want to go to trustandwill.com, and when you check out, use the code radio20, and they're going to give you 20% off, which is a great deal.
Even if you do nothing else, if you have kids, make sure you designate guardians for your children so the state doesn't decide after you're gone if something should happen to you, your wife or husband, and then the family doesn't get to decide. The state has to pick someone to take care of your children. You can set that all up at trustandwill.com, and make sure you get the trust if you want your family to have access to funds and things like a 401k. It will not be available to them for months and months. It'll be stuck in probate court if you don't get this done. So go to trustandwill.com. You just go to radio 20 at checkout and get 20% off at trustandwill.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort. Now open.
I know.
But you don't mind.
Apparently not at this point.
No, we were talking about, welcome back, Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Do you have any business you need to take care of?
Yes, this hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you again by IHOP. Introducing the IHOP value menu, where all of your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big, filling, sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your Happy Plates with the $6 IHOP value menu, available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
Now you missed it. He had that same read an hour ago.
I missed it.
Yeah, so you were
right
walking
before
out
Take
for
on
Take on
Woods.
Woods.
You left, and he broke himself by reading that copy.
The plates bit?
Well, no, it was the $6, $7 in some location. Available every day at IHOP. $7 in some location.
I'm sorry, if you're
I don't
going
know
to do
why that's funny to
you're going to
me.
do a $6 value menu, I
Seven.
feel like it's
Hey, I'm here for the $6.
So-
7 here. What? How do you determine it? Today we're
Still
one of the
seems like a good deal, but
we're one of the 7s here. Okay.
I don't know if there's a sign outside.
We're
Just
7.
Look for a
I'm
big
leaving.
number 7
I'm
in the
leaving.
window.
I was
or
told it was
something.
6.
It's not here. 7.
7 here. We actually do 8. We're at 8. No,
You want to push for 10?
Yeah, keep flapping your gums. Give me $12. So good.
Go to your Happy Plates with the $6 IHOP value menu, available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
I totally missed it. Damn it. 6, 7, whatever it takes, right? That's fantastic copy. Yeah. But anyway, we were talking earlier about weddings and got invited to a wedding from some tier 1s. We sent them a gift already. And we go to break, and Ben's just out of the blue. We were talking about being at a wedding, and I said, I just can't do any weddings anymore. I can't. I said, I'll drink and eat at home. I want to eat and drink. I just can't do it anymore. I've had my fill. I'm 50 years old. I don't want to go any more weddings unless it's my kids. And we turn the mics off, and Ben looks at me. Tell everybody what you asked me.
I asked, I think, what is a very pertinent question, especially about weddings, but in general. What do dancing people enjoy about dancing? Because I don't get it. I really don't.
I started laughing immediately. And then I go, wait, he's right. He's right.
I mean, you go and you get up.
First, I think it's important to separate for this conversation, like dancing at a wedding
correct
versus like going out to go dancing on Saturday night. Because I think at a wedding,
because you're drunk at a wedding,
it's implied.
Hey!
Everyone's doing it.
You move your body to the music a little bit, fine. I'll sit here,
You'll
bop
sit,
my head
though.
a little bit. But you go out to the dance floor, and you're one dance in, and now you're all hot and
you're in a
sweaty
suit.
in a suit, and it's like it's unpleasant.
All right,
it's
so
not pleasant.
Take weddings out of it entirely. We're not talking about a
Okay,
wedding.
well, where am I going now?
We're talking
the
about
nightclub?
people that say, let's go out dancing.
Right.
Or man, thank God, Hannah, she's perfect for me. Doesn't dance, can't. I don't even know that I don't think we've ever slow danced. In 11 years, I don't think we've ever had one slow dance. And we've certainly never fast danced together. Never. We never would. I've never seen her dance. And I think I love that about her the most. She's never said we need to go out dancing. Now, my dad, who grew up in the 70s and 80s, right? He was like a legit disco dancer. I've seen it.
John Travolta on the floor.
The hairy chest, medallion, the whole bit, the whole thing. And he was out on the dance floor, and everybody's like, your dad is the greatest dancer. I'm like, then I'm mortified. I want to dig a hole and crawl into it, right? It's like, I don't want to see that. I don't think I could watch. I've seen it a little bit, but he's gone to a lot of my brother's friends' weddings, and he's gotten out on the dance floor and done his little bits. He's apparently a good dancer. What does that mean? Why does he do it? Why did him and his buddies in the 70s be like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Let's go to Confetti's and go dancing. Why? Was it to meet girls? Could you get girls by being a good dancer?
But then you don't really like dancing.
You like girls.
You're getting after it.
Yeah,
it's just an excuse to go out. But there are people who just go for the dancing, right?
Yes.
Like you're not there to meet people. You're not there to socialize. You're there to dance.
Why are you dancing? Why do men dance? Can men dance?
Why do women dance?
Why do people dance? Is really the question here. Why do people dance? What are you dancing for? Is it exercise? Because you can do other stuff.
Right.
Exercise.
It's all, if it is for exercise, go for it. But I don't want to get dressed up
to go sweat.
And exercise. That's what it's for.
I'm Ben. How are you? Can I buy you gin and tonic? Just pouring sweat.
If it's to move, lithely and supplely to attract members of the opposite sex, that's fine. But
I would have never had sex in my life.
That's not about the dancing. What's the dancing part that you really like?
Can I say this? If I see a male who's a good dancer, I'm jealous. Does that make sense? Even though, like, if I see him, like, man, that guy can move.
Like Fernando Tatis Jr. is obviously
he can dance.
Good dancer.
Yes.
Very athletic, moves but is he dancing because he loves dancing, or he just likes to show off that he's much more athletic and smooth moving?
Elisa says, "Live a little, guys." That sounds more like die a little, guys. To go out dancing sounds like die a little. If I had to go out dancing, that means I've lost a bet, and I have to go out to a nightclub and be like, I don't even know how to do it. What do you do? Paulie, get some music. I want to see this. I've seen
you've seen me at the silent disco.
I think you were on mushrooms though, or something.
I was goaded into it for sure.
Goaded into dancing.
Go try the silent disco. That's what I was doing, and that we have it in the open.
Paulie, give me.
But I don't have any.
What would you go out dancing to? Put on some like Bad Bunny or it's maybe. Give me a second. All right, Paulie's gonna get something on.
Something.
Why is dancing weird?
A little bit.
Dominic, you nailed it. People dance to piss off the local town preacher and break the ordinance. It's my favorite movie, so I'm with you there. And I think Kevin Bacon looks cool when he dances in that movie. But I also think
is he dancing because he likes dancing, or is he dancing because he likes looking cool?
To get the girls. All right, so if we're out, let's say next road trip let's say we go to Chicago for the Ben and Woods trip, and we go out to a bar, and it's the three of us, and we haven't had anything to drink yet. So if we're on the
it's just you just feel like you feel the need to move.
No white man's overbiting.
No,
Ben, I see you. I see those teeth.
He's overbiting. Like, how do you do it, Paulie? Like this.
Well, I wouldn't be at any place that this is the music that they're playing.
You're the DJ.
Yeah,
we're talking about disco music.
It's not a porn shoot.
All right, what else do you want?
Give me something like something with some like flair or something.
Flair.
Something, I don't know, like Miami Sound Machine. I don't know. Wars have started over dancing. Yeah, I don't have any. Okay. Were you doing the?
I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. I really don't.
I can't do this, man. I can't feel. How do you do it with? All right, here's a question. How do you do it with any confidence? How do you know you're good? How do you know you're a good dancer?
Because other people tell you you're a good dancer?
Are they lying to you?
I don't know.
How do you know you're a good dancer? Or if you're a man out there, do you think you're a good
dancing
dancer?
supposed to be something that you can't be good or bad at? It's how it makes you feel. And if it makes you feel happy, you're a good dancer.
See, I disagree.
But we don't. No one thinks that.
Okay, there are people that I know, I won't mention any names, Hannah, that singing is her life's passion. She cannot sing. But it's her passion in life. But she's not a good singer. So it can't be the same. You're passionate about dancing. You still have to be a good dancer, right? Paulie, play me something. Paulie's not crushing it with the music.
I'm trying to play some royalty-free music that we don't get banged for.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, which doesn't make it easy, especially on the fly.
That's true. We need some generic beats.
Does the dancing make people happy, or is it the people watching you that makes you happy? You like to be an exhibitionist out there on the dance floor where people are watching you. You enjoy being on the stage, or are you actually just happy, like
being out there,
moving your feet in randomly to the music?
Kayla says the dancing makes people happy. There's research on it. I don't feel happy when I dance, I don't think. And that just made me very uncomfortable. I like watching people dance. I think it's funny. Because I'm like, because I mock it because I can't do it. So that's why I mock. Is that why we don't like it? Because we're not good at it?
It's possible.
But do you think you would like it even if you were good at it?
I would like it more if I thought I was good at it, I
Somebody
guess.
says it's therapeutic. Yeah, JH says it's because you can't dance. You're right. But why do people still do 3 grown men call each other? You want to go out dancing this weekend?
I don't think so.
Just the 3 of us?
Boys' night out?
Boys' night out. And we'll go out like they used to do in the 70s and 80s. My dad did it. Loved it. Okay, connecting to the music. I go to a concert. I move. I definitely move. I connect to the music for sure. I don't think I dance, though.
But I don't mind a little rhythm, but the work, it seems like it's really hard work at some point.
Yeah.
To just keep dancing.
Dance. See, people say,
like
man.
dancing for the whole night. Like you're just dancing.
Jane says she's surprised that I don't understand the artistry of the dance. I do understand the artistry, and I know
if you're like a professional performer and dance, and that's to entertain people.
I know a good dancer when I see one. Braden's going out. This is Braden Trujillo. She's love the show. Might go out dancing for the birthday tonight. Can I get a birthday shout out? Hey, happy birthday. Have fun. Never went to college house parties where you dance? No. God, no. Some very interesting comments in the chat. Everyone thinks they know.
Well, you know, a little philosophical discussion for the end of Ben and Woods.
Well,
we get there in our final hour.
I mean, Paulie played some music. We tried to dance. That's how I would do it. If I've been asked at a wedding to go dance, I can't do it.
I think it just comes down to that's like a way to meet women.
Really? I couldn't repel women.
Always. Not
I
the
couldn't
way.
repel women. Imagine him trying to meet a woman by that.
Dancing.
It wouldn't work.
It would be impossible. Impossible.
But if you're good at dancing, I think it does work.
Yeah. Like Justin Timberlake gets girls because of his dancing.
I still don't know how I could possibly meet women. Can I show you my segues?
If they like segues, you're the right guy.
Exactly.
You're Barry White if it comes down to segues.
It's a good question that you asked, and I'll be thinking about it for the rest of the day.
We need to check traffic one more time here, Paulie, before
do.
we do. All right, traffic, and then we'll wrap things up with a look ahead to today's Padres matchup here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury.
This traffic report is brought to you by the kids of Caltrans. Well, the traffic lights are not working on the northbound side of the 805 at Governor Drive exit 24, so you definitely want to be careful out there. Police are out there directing traffic. And the westbound side of the 8 at Hotel Circle. There's an accident on the right shoulder, but it is slammed. Delays go all the way back to the 805 and clearing a motorcycle accident on the 52 eastbound at the 125.
My mom, my papa, my daddy. We're Chicago change on the freeway, right next to speeding cars.
Please be careful.
Be alert. Be work zone alert. Brought to you by the kids of Caltrans.
Padres going for the sweep of the Milwaukee Brewers this afternoon, and they'll be facing right-hander Chad Patrick, who is actually they faced him earlier this year. It was a 2-0 Padres win. Didn't get a lot of hits. In fact, see, Martin Maldonado had 2, Brandon Lockridge had 1, and Tyler Wade had 1. So you've got kind of a different lineup that he'll be facing in the game today as the Padres go for 3 in a row, 5 in a row overall against the Milwaukee Brewers. Big start, though, I think, for Dylan Cease again.
Oh, boy.
I mean, we said last one was
the audition.
We've said big start for Dylan Cease since June.
Yeah.
Every 5 days. I mean, it was a big start. Let's see if we can get him on track.
If he has a great start today, you're going to feel really confident about him? Not really.
No.
If he has a really bad start, can you just confidently say we cannot pitch you in the wild card round, I think?
Yeah. I think
so really only bad things can happen for Dylan Cease.
But again, I don't think he's pitching his way into a game 1 or 2 or 3 start. I really don't.
Well, someone has to pitch game 2. Kevin Acey wrote today that Michael King will likely, he thinks, held for a game 3 if necessary.
About a Darvish.
Which would also allow him to pitch a game 1 of the division series. Yeah. But if they do end up facing Milwaukee in a division series, Randy Vasquez has pitched 11 2/3 shutout innings with 3 hits against the Milwaukee Brewers this year.
That's insane.
I wouldn't mind seeing him against the Brewers one more time, but you got to get there first.
Got to get there first. Let's handle business today. Dylan Cease, yeah. I mean, again, you are pitching for a chance to pitch in the postseason. He will pitch in the postseason. Just don't know what his role will be. But again, I asked Schulte about it. He said, yes, he is. And he gave up 4 runs to the lowly White Sox and didn't pitch very well at all. And just lets himself it just gets away from him seemingly every start. So, hey, man, would be great to if he played, Ben, if he pitched like the rest of the team is playing right now, loose, having fun, slinging it, trusting his, 100-mile-an-hour fastball and his 80-grade slider and mixed it up a little bit better, then, yeah, that'd be a lot of fun for him to lock in now.
Let's see strikes at least. Randy Vasquez only walked 2, but before that, 16 walks in the previous 2 games. Let's see some strikes today. We'll see what happens, and we will be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to break it all down on a Thursday. That's it for us.
Wait.
Time for dancing. For executive producer Paul Rindle, for Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Wednesday from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.